Hello, minasan, konnichiwa. Oh, sorry. എൻ്റെ തൊണ്ട എനിക്ക് വേദനെടുക്കുന്നു. എനിവേസ് ഞാൻ ക്യൂ ചെയ്യട്ടെ. ഹായ് ഹലോ. ഇന്നത്തെ സ്ട്രീമിന് വലിയ വ്യൂസ് ഒന്നും കാണില്ലെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ബിക്കോസ് ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് രാവിലെയാണ് സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. മോസ്റ്റ് പീപ്പിൾ വുഡ് ബി വർക്കിംഗ്. ഐ മീൻ ഞാനും വർക്കിംഗ് ആണ് ടെക്നിക്കലി. ബട്ട് ഹലോ ഗൈസ് ആൻഡ് വെൽക്കം ടു സ്ട്രീം. ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്ട്രീമർ. ഇന്നത്തെ ടൈറ്റിൽ വേറെ ഒന്നും അല്ല. പ്രിറ്റി മച്ച് ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യുന്നു. പ്രിറ്റി മച്ച് അത്ര തന്നെ. എനിവേസ് നോക്കട്ടെ ഇത്. സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്യുന്നു. Hopefully I get good games. ബേസിക്കലി ഒന്നുമില്ല. ഞാൻ ഇത് മിക്കവാറും ഒരു 2 ഇൻഡിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് കിട്ടിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ മോസ്റ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലി ഐ വിൽ സ്വിച്ച് ഗെയിംസ്. ഐ വിൽ play some Apex maybe and hopefully some R6. Like in the stream കുറച്ച് ചെറുതായിരിക്കും. I won't be playing much. Yeah, anyways, the background video taken.
Said, "It's me." After getting fired for tampering with the animatronics and odor, again, he started having nightmares about his time as a security guard and his brother's ghost. These dreams took place inside his childhood bedroom, a room that we never see in the mini-games in FNAF 4. When a new Freddy's location finally opened up years later, Fazbear Frights, he took the job. He worked there for a while before the game started until they brought in the Springtrap animatronic. He hallucinates the animatronics he saw at the other buildings while he's warding off Springtrap. The really there spares him because he knows that Mike is not Purple Guy. Mike eventually burns the place down, defeating Purple Guy once and for all. He frees all of the spirits, including his own brother. That is the story of FNAF, with some loose threads. We know that Springtrap, like in any good horror movie, survived and is ready for the next adventure. We know that one of the souls inside Golden Freddy is still around. And then there is the one left hanging cliffhanger, which we're going to talk about right now. We're going to talk about the box. After completing the final challenge of FNAF 4, you're greeted with this screen. It's a small box.
Wait a minute, what the fuck?
The text.
Perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now.
Appears above the box. I think the word forgotten is the key word in that text. We'll talk about that more later. Scott would say later that this is not a tease about a future FNAF game. The box was to be opened once somebody solved the mystery of FNAF 4. I said in the beginning that Scott likes to make games using the criticism from his previous game. He said he was disappointed by how quickly the lore was figured out in the first 3 FNAF games, so he wanted to make the 4th game more complex. He assumed that somebody like MatPat would figure it out, but nobody ever did. To this day, nobody agrees on what FNAF 4 is about. So whatever is in that box has to be a solution that is validated by somebody figuring out the story. Theories that it's just
and also with NA crowd on, so I'm not very confident.
I'll talk about what I think.
It is I.
People still cannot understand what they think inside. The best guess being evidence for dream theory.
When our powers combine, we can come up with a cringeworthy theory. That the internet might only mildly cancel us out.
After FNAF 4, Game Theory had a live stream where the world's leading FNAF experts talked about the story, which at that point we thought was complete. I remember watching this stream live as it happened, and let me tell you, it was the hypest thing imaginable. I also think it's funny that a lot of people who talk about FNAF on YouTube will mention that they watched this stream happening live. It's like there's this group of people who led very different lives. They all converged for one moment in 2015, watching MatPat live on stream, and then splintered off again. But now are all talking about FNAF on YouTube. and watching each other's videos, and it really seems like this one moment in time is like the origin story for a lot of people. This is a
അപ്പുറത്തെ ടീം
nexus
കുറച്ച്
event. This is a
പാടാണല്ലോ.
canon moment. Anyway, while Matt, Pat, and his buddies were rambling on trying to solve the game, Scott started updating his website with hints trying to steer the conversation. Scott would say years later that he regretted interacting with the community by commenting on theories because he felt like he led people down the wrong path. And I think he's talking about this live stream. The things Scott posted during this live stream have been held up like the holy Bible of FNAF, where people act like if you can answer these questions, you can solve the whole story.
So, okay, so clearly this is something that a lot of people have screenshotted off the Scott games.
In the FNAF 4 minigame, why would the tiny toy Chica be missing her beak?
This is literally, can I just say how literally insane, like, I'm really excited, like, this is...
We broke it open again.
No, I mean, God, no.
Take
God,
heart.
has broken it open.
The light has come to guide you through this battle. We will not
Oh,
fall.
and oh my
This
God, and even in the asset, you see Chica's beak lying on the ground. There, right there, which is a reference to FNAF.
This is a reference to what I discussed before about this girl and her toys. Back then, when I was making my Dream Theory, I mentioned how Dream theorists think this means that Toy Chica is missing her beak in FNAF 2 because Cece saw this broken toy in FNAF.
Good
But I think this is backwards. I think that Toy Chica in the game is missing her beak because Toy Chica in FNAF 2 is missing her beak. And if you're confused and saying, well, how can something that happened in 1987 affect something back in 1983? Well, I will get to that, and you will be no less confused.
That's when she loses her beak. Am I correct in saying
I
that?
believe so.
Dawko, can you confirm or...
Hold on, I'm sorry. Scott's done another question. Oh God. He said, what he's seeing in shadows is easily misunderstood
Okay.
in the mind of a child.
No problem.
Silence.
Confucius say?
What is seen in the shadows is easily misunderstood in the mind of a child.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
This has been interpreted in multiple ways, including the shadow animatronics, and also this scene of Cece
Minions
watching
have
people dive
spawned.
their performer into their costume. My issue with this scene being the catalyst for any theory, especially if the theory is that Cece thinks this is part of the murderer stuffing someone in a suit to kill them, is that he doesn't seem scared of this action. Like a wheel of the forest! He's also scared of the restaurant. Basically, they don't actually just misunderstood in the darkness. I when we later
The darkness steals away. Taste me. Burning light.
Again, off the wall. You know, maybe again, this
An enemy
tortured
has
boy
been slain.
who sees
An
Chica
ally
without her
has
beak,
been
who
slain.
sees the toy animatronics, who sees Mangle in pieces in a separate room in his home. Is that a I don't know. Like, again, this is me theorizing out of the blue, just talking, but my mind, when I hear, or when I see people and I hear Scott saying, you know, what exists in the mind of the chat, what do you see in the shadows, what you know, could be, like, is this that situation that this child is like... And I hate going to the, like...
The darkness steals away.
Is when we create theory, it's not resorting to, like,
Submit.
Trying to
has talked about in the months of theorizing. The detail that convinced me this theory has
What does a dragon call an engine are?
Listen.
I will not defense.
Piece of evidence that put this theory from a convenient explanation for a lot of the game's weirdness to definitive proof
He said.
Oh, this is still from Scott?
Is this email?
No, apparently it's from the website.
The darkness steals away.
Get on the website.
Gonna need a sub. Your Your middle tower is under attack. Next time, don't be such a ball
Goes to the
hog.
hospital.
What a
FNAF
play.
1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3,
Go
FNAF
big
4,
or
the
go
only real
home.
things being the mini games in FNAF 4. Purple Guy in his nightmares is a murderer who stuffs kids
Your
into
middle
suits
tower
because he saw
has
him
been
putting someone in a
destroyed.
suit, and this girl told him that the animatronics liked it and killed him. He got bit, so obviously he dreams about the bite of 87. And Toy Chica is missing her beak because this toy was missing its beak. In fact, the toy animatronics only exist because toys exist, and Springtrap is based on this plushie being a finger trap, and Balloon Boy is this kid. Some of this makes sense, like the Toy Chica beak thing, but so much of it does not. This means that he dreamt of FNAF 1 through 3 at home.
Submit all flagrant foul. They're out of here. The darkness steals away. I will not enemy has been slain. Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
This is his ending. He has two endings in this theory. If there's nothing supernatural going on in
Their enemy has been slain. The darkness heals the way. An ally has been slain. I will not. The darkness heals the way. Submit all errors.
not FNAF 5, but it will.
You have been slain.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Unseen! Halloween update for FNAF 4, and that's what this post
Go
is about.
big
It's been
or
an
go
hour,
home.
because The box will not be opened in that update. Now I want to talk
Some weak side defense. Next time, don't be such a ball.
Then
I will not suffer your presence. Your middle tower is under
It
attack.
seemed that there was nothing I could hide. But then I released part 4.
They ain't got what it takes. But I stop.
What's in the box?
Submit or perish. That's too bad.
The bigger question is, would the community accept it that way? The fact that the pieces have remained elusive this time strikes me as a big conclusion in some ways, and decided that maybe some things are best left forgotten forever. People take the "but would the community accept it that way" quote. Beginning of this
We're gonna need a soul. Heals the way.
are about a when Charlie her brother's
Submit or perish.
5
Darkness heals the way. Blaze of An ally has been slain. They both love real hard.
The shadows.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
They are
Triple
an
kill.
otherworld, different
Give
continent.
me go big or go
That said,
home.
we can use some evidence from the books for the games. For one,
Your
Purple
middle
Knight
tower
has
is
a
under
name,
attack.
Proud.
William
Let's
Afton,
flip this.
the founder of Fredbear's Family.
Your middle tower has been destroyed.
The games are set in Utah, which is going to be very, very important to colonies. Just the base we're also able to determine the Charlie character is the book equivalent of this character from the games. William's first kill outside of Fredbear's. In the books, it's because he's jealous of Henry and wants to hurt him.
An enemy
In the
has
game.
been slain.
I don't know.
Submit or perish. I will not.
I still think they call it that early.
The darkness heals the way.
Going back
Big or go home.
robot,
Elevate your game, man.
that's their memories and personality. All of that stuff. The more of you that is taken away from the robot and replaced, the less of you is left there replacing the robot. I think about it a lot more scientifically rather than religiously. Let's say that you've imprinted onto the robot. If the robot's arm is removed, then now there's less of you imprinted on the robot, but your brain is not split into two parts. You don't retain consciousness and control over your now separated arm. The arm is not a Horcrux. Your soul has not been split. Where if someone were to take that arm and put it on a purely AI creation, it would gain a slight amount of your life force. The novels introduce the idea that the metal can be taken and transplanted
Heal go home.
and then putting it in a new robot. That robot will then have some life in it. In the books, Remnant is much more closely
Submit
tied to
or perish.
It's kind of like if you could remove my brainstem and put it in a robot. That robot would have animal-like intelligence. The remnant.
The darkness feels the way. Burning light.
And they're explained to have more rudimentary intelligence. One human character is injected.
Hi bro. Hello. Hi, hello. Welcome to
He is then
stream.
able to see them and talk to them.
I will not
It's like
suffer
the
your
spirit
presence. Submit all
They all
errors.
have keys to their properties. In the book, it's symbolized by pages floating around them.
Haste. The darkness feels the way.
The MTI kids improve it a little more, but this splits the
Blaze of glory. Haste. Feels the way. Haste me. All errors. The darkness feels the way. You have slain an enemy. I will not
അയ്യോ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പറ്റിരുന്നു.
Whereas this one now just went from a useless husk that can't even.
ഹലോ കേൾക്കാവോ? നീ എവിടെ? ഹലോ കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലേ? ഹലോടാ കേൾക്കാവോ? നീ എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നും കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല.
We're gonna need some weak side defense.
And this has other parts that make physiological one of the atomic sense.
അനന്ത അനന്ത
This is now in
ഹലോ ആ ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കാം. അസുര എന്താ അസുര ഇല്ലേ? അവൻ ഗെയിം ആണെന്ന് കാണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓ റാങ്ക്ഡ് ഗെയിമർ അല്ലേ? ഐ സി. എൻ്റെ ഇപ്പൊ ഗെയിം എത്തിയിട്ട് ഞാൻ ഏത് ഗെയിം? ആ അതെയാ, ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കർ സപ്പോർട്ട് ഇട്ട് ജയിച്ച്.
അങ്ങനെയില്ല, ഇതിനകത്ത് കുറച്ചു നേരം ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ഓരോ മിനിറ്റും ഒരു 2 ഫൈറ്റ് വരും.
ഓരോ മിനിറ്റ് 2 ഫൈറ്റ്. ഫൈറ്റ് ടീമായിരിക്കും ഇവിടെ.
ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുമൊന്നുമില്ല, കുഴപ്പമുണ്ട്.
that memory was used to bring two machines.
പൊട്ടന്മാരൊക്കെ വെറും പൊട്ടന്മാരെ പറയുന്നത്.
Random remnant shooting.
Feels the way. Submit. The darkness
ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് ടീമിലൊരു പഠിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇഡിയറ്റ് ടീം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
എന്തോന്ന് BSG
ഇഡിയറ്റ് ടീം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
ഇഡിയറ്റ് ടീം. ഐ മീൻ അതല്ല.
ഞാനാണ് ഇത് ഏറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ്.
Double kill. Go big or
I
go
think this was a
home.
hint to the importance of memory.
Flagrant foul. They're out of here. Neon's away. Holy buzzer beater. Here. Next time, don't be such a fool. Enemy has been slain. Who's the better team now?
I think that by the end of the match,
An ally has been slain.
വിചിത്രം കളിയാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
ഏ
വിചിത്രം കളിയാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു.
yes,
ഏ
you got it. You got the right answer.
കണ്ടവർക്ക് പോളി കഥയാണ്.
The box would have 3 or
Yo.
so important items. First would be CC's Fredbear Blood.
The dog says Neon's away.
That would be a yes from Scott. Realized that CC becomes very friendly. Next would be a picture containing a photo of 2 parents. Foxy.
Enemy ultimate incoming. Submit all perish.
ഇതെത്ര 11
Scott.
Hmm?
Fury and Foxy.
അല്ല എത്ര മണിയായെന്ന് നോക്കിയത്.
Blaze of glory. The darkness
10:40.
steals away.
Yes.
Burning light. Gonna need some weak side defense. The darkness steals away.
It's interesting because I mean,
The darkness steals away.
For whatever reason,
Thanks.
there isn't an easy-to-view screenshot of this game, so remember this.
All perish.
ഇവങ്ങനെ പെട്ടെന്ന് തീരുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നില്ല.
ദസറയുടെയോ?
ഞാൻ കണ്ടു തോന്നുന്നു. ടൈം ഫൈറ്റാണ്. പഡ്ജി സ്റ്റോൺ സ്പിരിറ്റ് മാഗ്നസ് മാർസ് ആണ് കിട്ടിയത്.
ആരെ സപ്പോർട്ട്?
പഡ്ജിന്റെ മെന്റൽ സപ്പോർട്ട്.
I
Why
mean,
idiot guy?
idiot team.
Idiot team. Why idiot?
FNAF 4 was supposed to be a simple wrap.
The darkness don't be such a ball.
Scott would say that what's in
Gonna need a sub.
and the reason for that
ഞാൻ പോയി കൈ എഴുതി തരാം.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ എൻ്റെ കളി ഇപ്പം
എഴുതി
തീരാറ്
തന്നിട്ട് കളിക്കണം.
തീരാറേന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു സമയം തുടങ്ങി
ഇതാ വരുന്നു.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ
confirms what's in the box.
Your middle phoenix has been destroyed.
So for over half a decade. Puzzle really bothers you because your brain just can't check it off of their to-do list. You don't feel like
The darkness feels the enemies has been slain.
like I know finally in FNAF 4. This happened.
The
This is
darkness
real.
heals the way. Ultimate is
So
down.
let's take a look at the game Scott made after FNAF 4. See, I say that for a while.
Smith all perish.
This is a sanctuary. But something
The darkness heals the way. Submit all perish. Turning light. The darkness heals the way. Blaze of glory.
But unfortunately, FNAF World is the most confusing part of the series. While I
Submit
think
all perish. Heals the way. Turning light. Flagrant foul. They're out of here.
ഹലോ
ഹലോ
Flagrant foul. They're out of here. Turning light.
push Balloon Boy into a box
Attack.
to represent putting him in a situation.
Submit all perish. Enemy ultimate
Squares
is coming to
pattern
me.
him.
The darkness heals the way.
എൻ്റെ പൊന്നേ.
I will not suffer your treachery. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy phoenix. Submit all perish. The darkness heals the way. It's a defense.
World map
Can we call for a timeout? such a ball.
ഇത് തീരുന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചല്ലേ? അയ്യോ,
വേറൊരു ഗെയിമാണ്. അവിടെ പോകണം.
സ്മൈറ്റ് കളിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കുക. അളയാ ഞാൻ സ്ട്രീമിങ് ഇന്ന് രാവിലെ.
സ്ട്രീമിൽ കാണിക്കണില്ല. എനിക്ക് ഞാൻ അറിയാത്തുള്ളൂ.
കാണിക്കുന്നില്ല. ഓ, ഇതെന്താ എന്റെ സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് അവേ കിടക്കണേ?
ഇപ്പോഴാണോ വന്ന സ്മൈറ്റ്?
എന്റെ സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് ഇത്ര നേരം അവേ ആയിരുന്നു. വൈ
എവേ ആയിരുന്നു? നീ ടീമിന്റെ അകത്ത് വെറുതെ എവേ ആയിരുന്നു. ഗെയിം
ആണോ? ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, ഐ സി. ഞാൻ സ്ട്രീം ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കുവായിരുന്നു. കാരണം ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് വൈകുന്നേരം വീട്ടിൽ കാണില്ല. അപ്പം ഞാൻ രാവിലെ സ്ട്രീം തീർത്തിട്ട് പോവാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു. ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. ബെസ്കറ്റ് ഉണ്ടോ? ബെസ്കറ്റ് ഏജ് ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
ഓൺലൈനിലുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ അവനെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അനക്കൊന്നും.
ഓക്കെ,
ഏതൊരാരും അറിഞ്ഞൂടാ.
Floating eyes in the void and then the actual start of the gameplay.
Okay.
Both
ഞാൻ കുറച്ച്
that this is a video game world.
വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട്
Real world affect things happening in the game. Nowadays I think video
ഡോട്ടക്കകത്തല്ല എന്റെ ജോലി.
എന്റെ കളി ഇപ്പൊ തീരും തോന്നുന്നു.
ആണോ? എന്നാ അവനും കൂടെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ്. എന്നിട്ട് ഒരു കളി കളിച്ചിട്ട് ഞാൻ ചലിക്കാം. യെസ്, ഒരു കളി എന്നാ കളിച്ചിട്ട് ചലിക്കാം. കാരണം 11 ആയി. 12:30 മീറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് 2 മണിക്ക് ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തും പോകണം. സോ അപ്പൊ അതിന് മുമ്പ് കഴിച്ചിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ മെനക്കേട്.
Almost. We have to bring up the major question, which is, what were those mini games? Obviously, the security guard, us, we were not playing those games. We weren't.
അല്ല, ഞാൻ പൊളി ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കർ സപ്പോർട്ട് കേട്ടോ. എനിക്ക് ഫാമും കൂടെ കിട്ടിയ കൊള്ളായിരുന്നു. ബ്ലഡ് സീക്കർ ഫാം ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് വീക്കാണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായത് ഇന്നലെ കളിച്ചപ്പോഴാണ്. ഞാൻ പക്കിനെയും മോർഫ്ലിങ്ങിനും ഒക്കെ വെറുതെ ഓട്ടോ അറ്റാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നു. അവർക്കൊന്നും പറ്റണ പോലും ഇല്ല. ഞാൻ കടം വരച്ച് മറ്റേ റപ്ചറൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ് എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ നടക്കുന്നത്. പിന്നെ നമ്മള് ട്രഡീഷണൽ കോമ്പോസ് വെച്ചിട്ട് കാര്യമില്ല. ഇനി വിചിത്ര കോമ്പോസ് ഒക്കെ എടുക്കണം.
The first Nintendo, the NES, came out in 1986, and by November of 87 had taken over the world. If you wanted to represent a generic video game from the late 80s, it would look like an NES game, not an Atari game. Arcade games at the time were more advanced than the NES. But it makes perfect sense once you realize that Nolan Bushnell, the founder of Chuck E. Cheese's, also founded Atari. Nolan Bushnell was born in 1944 in Utah. This is not a coincidence, people. To quote the Wikipedia page for Chuck E. Cheese's, quoting one of Nolan's partners, Chuck E. Cheese was always Nolan's passion project. Even before Atari was a thing, he wanted to start a business of family-friendly restaurants with amusement park midway games. I think initially it made no fiscal sense, so he shelved it for a while. But then, when Atari took off, he had the means to pursue it, plus a built-in distribution model for Atari's new releases. In 1972, he founded Atari. 1972, of course, being 20 years before FNAF 1.
If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got it back?
So the FNAF universe, and Henry specifically, are very much based on the real-world history of Nolan, Atari, and Chuck E. Cheese's. Some of the mini-games we see in the first few FNAF games look like they could be real games that kids would play in an arcade. Take cake to the children as Freddy. Give gifts to children as the puppet, who gives gifts at the prize desk. Foxy runs to the kids as fast as possible. Toy Chica avoids a bully. This is a Balloon Boy platformer. Mango's Quest is literally an actual arcade cabinet. We know that this is a real game in-universe. I think some of the mini-games are in-universe games, and that they sort of exist on some sort of Wreck-It Ralph logic. The video games and the characters exist on the flip side, in video game land, which FNAF World calls animatronica. These games, these arcade games, are real in-world games, again like Wreck-It Ralph, and the characters can walk on over to animatronica. But these games got corrupted when real-world events happen that are so horrific that they leave ripples in the other world. The agony of William killing kids changes the ending of Foxy Go Go Go. William killing Charlie now happens outside while Freddy takes cake. The puppet gives gifts, but when all the children die, the kids in the game are replaced with bodies, so the puppet can't win the game, so she brings them back to life. Shadow Bonnie is such a powerful force that he can literally glitch his way through different games, because these games are physical cabinets that somehow unite on the flip side. Henry is absent from the story of FNAF, so much so that in 1987, Phone Guy doesn't even know his name, but he does say that he's going to contact him about the kidnapped children's incident. I believe that around this time in 1987 is when Henry starts making games explicitly for the trapped souls
Marketplace.
So he can
Facebook Marketplace ആണ്.
save them.
Steam Marketplace ഒരു സാധനം സെർച്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു പക്ഷെ ശരിക്കും
To
കാണിക്കുന്നില്ല.
see what happened. Follow Me takes place after the suits are torn apart. And the FNAF 4 minigames, I believe, were created sometime between FNAF 1 and 3 in the 23-year time gap. The same time gap where Mike is having the nightmares that make up the main gameplay of FNAF 4. Mike is dreaming about 1983, while Henry made a game depicting those events that somebody on the flip side is playing for them to experience. It's like that one episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender where Aang and Zuko are both learning about their shared ancestor together at the same time, but Aang is viewing it like through magical spirit world nonsense where he's actually there, but Zuko is just reading about it in a scroll, but the show uses the same method of telling us the story by use of a flashback. So like the minigames player and Mike are both experiencing FNAF 4 at the same time. Mike is experiencing it in his dreams, and the minigame player is experiencing it by playing the minigames that were created for them. It's at the same time contemporarily, but it's about something that happened a long time ago in 1983. So that means that we have dual protagonists in FNAF. While Mike is having nightmares about 1983, the other protagonist, a spirit who can affect the real world and be affected by the real world, is also experiencing 1983. But who is that second protagonist? Who is playing these arcade games? Well, it's Golden Freddy, one of the MCI kids, who the community has dubbed the Vengeful Spirit. And Cece both share Golden Freddy. We've seen Cece possess Golden Freddy, and Charlie possess the puppet, without any outside help. And then the puppet gave Freddy Bonnie Chica. The Spirit was able to possess Golden Freddy by
സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് ഗെയിമിൽ പിയെ ട്രാഷ് ടോക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ തുടങ്ങി. അടിച്ച് വായിലെടുത്തോളെ എന്റെ പൊന്ന് ഭയങ്കര അടി പറ്റി. അവൻ മിണ്ടല്ല അവസാനം ആകുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും.
It becomes confirmed 100%
Beautiful.
This is the case that one of the MCI kids is just angrier than the others, hence the vengeful spirit. But without any
ഏജന്റ് മെസ്സേജ് അയച്ചു പക്ഷെ അവൻ റിപ്ലൈ ഒന്നുമില്ല. അതെ അതിന് 12 മണിക്കല്ലേ ഷിഫ്റ്റ്? അല്ല 2 മണിക്കാണ് എന്ത് ഷിഫ്റ്റ്? അതിന് 12 തൊട്ട് 9 വരെയാണോ? അത് 2 തൊട്ട് 9 വരെ. പണിയെടുക്കുന്നല്ലോ ഉണ്ടാവും. വാട്സാപ്പിൽ റെസ്പോണ്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. സ്റ്റീമിൽ
Some of them are just things Henry created to communicate with the spirit world.
അപ്പം ക്യൂ ചെയ്യാം. ബെക്സെറ്റ് വരുന്നുണ്ടോ?
There's a voice spelling out
Wow.
ഫൈൻഡ് ചെയ്യരുത്,
And that's
ഞാൻ
Henry
മറ്റേ ഗെയിമിൽ നിന്ന്
talking to the
ഇറങ്ങിയില്ല.
vengeful spirit. The vengeful
Oh,
spirit was
okay,
not
okay.
present for Charlie's
Give it the
actual
ready. I'm giving it the
murder.
scene. ഞാൻ ready.
This game was likely made
Yeah.
and was experienced after FNAF 2, which is when we played.
Below the about
Explain-
me section should be.
1983, which is when the
സിനിമ മെസ്സേജ്
The mini-games are games within the games, depicting events that actually happened. The
നിങ്ങൾ
mini-games
മെസ്സേജ് അയക്കാം. ഞാൻ
in
എനിക്ക്
FNAF
കുറച്ച്
4
ടാസ്ക്കാണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുക. നിങ്ങൾ ക്യൂ ചെയ്താൽ മതി, ഞാൻ റെഡിയാണ്. പക്ഷേ എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് സാധനം സെറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനുണ്ട് ബിഫോർ 12:30.
Five Nights at Freddy's is two parallel
ഓക്കെ,
stories.
എന്തൊക്കെ വേണം?
Mike Schmidt making a
അസറ്റ് സെക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം, ടൈറ്റിൽ ഉണ്ടാവണം,
vengeful spirit in communication
icons representing desktops and laptops. What the fuck? These are not desktops and
of the purple guy. Both stories
asset name and ID.
agree to make happiest day happen. I'm gonna bring this all up again after we discuss FNAF 5, and then everything's gonna make a lot more sense. FNAF World has multiple endings. If you don't listen to or don't ever find Glitch Fredbear, then you get to a final boss. That boss is depicted by Scott Cawthon's Steam profile picture, Anim Dude. While to us this is clearly a reference to Scott, I think in-game, it's supposed to be a representation of Henry. He is multiple times called the Puppet Master, and Henry did invent the puppet and is Charlie's father. If any character is the puppet's master, it's Henry. And this character is the puppet master and creator of the game, of the FNAF World game, which makes him Henry. On Layer 1 of FNAF World, it's a game where you fight Anim Dude, and like all video games, the final boss is a representation of the creator of the game. Obviously, it's their final challenge to you. He says,
"It was fun being the puppet master, but now I grow weary."
But on Layer 2 of FNAF World, someone is saying, don't listen to the stupid NPCs that Henry populated this game with. This isn't actually a game. Ignore that quest. You need to set up Happiest Day to free Cece. Toward the end of the game, Glitch Fredbear says,
"Attacking the game's security system will not accomplish anything. Get the key.
വെച്ചിട്ടൊന്നും പറയണ്ട.
Ignore the Guardians.
അപ്പോൾ ക്യൂ ചെയ്യാം.
ജിയായിട്ട്
Succeed
റെസ്പോണ്ടിങ്
in setting the clocks. Then your true goal will be revealed once you have the key."
within the game, the Guardians are big enemies, like mini-bosses.
എനിക്കൊന്ന് 5 മിനിറ്റ്സ് തരും, എനിക്കൊന്ന് പെട്ടെന്ന് ബാത്റൂം പോകും.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ, എനിക്കും ഒരു കോൾ ഉണ്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ വരാം. BRB.
Don't attack
5
security
minutes.
guards at Freddy's. Go set up Happiest Day. Which leaves the question of who or what is Glitch Bear. Glitch Bear is helping the vengeful spirit to put Cece back together, but is very antagonistic in tone and characterization. He also hates the Puppet Master, which we've determined is Henry, and he's represented by a corruption of Fredbear. Well, I can't answer that. Let's have another chat after FNAF 5. Woo! Throughout the game, you have to traverse through the world by kinda skipping through dimensions and wormholes and entering glitches. But you're told not to go too many glitches down. If you do go too many glitches down, you end up here, in a red forest, at a red lake, with whatever this thing is. He's fishing. You can walk up to him, and if you talk to him, he says,
"I'm sorry to say that you have gone too deep into the code. There is no way back out. My name is Old Man Consequences. Come, have a seat, and let's fish for a while. You have nowhere else to go."
Keep in mind, there are multiple endings of FNAF World, including one where the entire universe ends because you chose Fredbear as your party leader, and then you talk to Fredbear, and it causes a paradox. There's also one where you fight Chipper from Chipper and Sons Lumber, and he complains that FNAF is more popular of a game than his. So yeah, not everything in the game is canon. This ending, this Old Man Consequences, isn't something that actually happened by definition. This is a dead end. It's just a silly end screen. Like when the universe ended. It's not real. Right? Well, there is one way out. You can glitch one glitch further by entering the lake. If you rapidly alternate left and right descending into the lake, you will then fall for a while before you see this. This screen has two main interpretations. An angel welcoming you, with its arms spread out and its wings behind it, or the view of three people from behind being lit by a television screen, with all three holding each other in their arms. I think it's that one, but I won't be able to explain why for quite a while. You'll know I'm getting back to talk about this topic when I start an entire section called Mr. Hippo's Wild Ride. we're going to head on out of this long discussion of the games for a minute, and we're going to talk about real life. FNAF World was released in January 2016, like I said, and immediately it received a lot of backlash, and I don't know why. It was kind of janky, but like, it's a stupid RPG bear game, who cares? Well, Scott cared. He refunded everyone who bought the game, reworked it a little bit, and then re-released it for free. One of the reasons beside this initial bad press that people don't ever really think about this game that much is solely because Markiplier didn't play it. Markiplier, more so even than MatPat, put FNAF on the map by making a hit series playing the games. I talked earlier about how FNAF is perfect for YouTube Let's Plays, and it really is, and Markiplier was the poster child for that. But he skipped FNAF World because it didn't seem interesting to him. So the vast majority of the fanbase who don't play the games and just watch Markiplier play them, and then hop on over and watch MatPat explain them, didn't really experience FNAF World. Scott has gone on to say that FNAF World was his biggest mistake, and I think part of that was the poor reception. He says he regrets how he tied it into the lore, and made it canon. And I think that's either 1, because he made a decision in that game that he is now bound by because it's canon, or 2, it's the key to everything, and nobody played it, so they don't understand the series. And I think it's that second one. Without FNAF World, no one's gonna sit there and say to themselves, yeah, I think there's a mirror dimension of video game characters that are impacted by the real world, and that FNAF is actually a parallel story of the main gameplay and the minigames being experienced in parallel universes and culminating in these two protagonists meeting in FNAF 3's finale. Because why would you think that? Unless you're me, and you wrote over 100 pages of FNAF explanations and dedicated 9 years of your life to study this nonsense. There's a house in FNAF World you can enter to meet Deskman. Deskman says,
"Well, what are you doing here? I'm busy. It wasn't supposed to be like this. Now it's all a mess. Of course now, there is only one thing to do. Come back later, and maybe I will tell you more."
Which is probably a reference to FNAF World being a mess, with this being Scott. Anim Dude talked during his boss battle about how annoying
the icon should
and the Chipper boss battle was
there should be icons representing desktops and
this is a
laptops.
tongue-in-cheek way of apologizing about the state of the game, as well as hinting to what's going to come out next when you come back later. Much like FNAF 4, FNAF World had a Halloween update, which came out on May 13th, 2016. It's called the Halloween Update because it's themed around Halloween, not because it came out on Halloween. Not everything is so literal, guys.
Don't be so literal.
After you apply the update, in order to play the new content, you have to talk to Deskman, who says,
"It's a vicious cycle, you know. But then, most things in life are. The pendulum swings one way, then it swings the other. Now we return to darkness. Something terrible is coming. Come back later. Maybe I will tell you more."
This is in reference to Scott working on FNAF 5. He said in an interview after the fact that FNAF 4 was so dark that he needed to take a break and work on something else, which is why FNAF World is so fun, even though it does have dark undertones. It's all puns and colors, it does have some dark comedy, but overall it's just so fun. But now, the pendulum is swinging back the other way, toward darkness, as he starts in earnest on FNAF 5. It's kind of funny, when I was writing this paragraph, I was watching through part of MatPat's playthrough, and he literally said this exact same thing without the hindsight of Scott confirming it years later.
I think what it is you had FNAF, now you went to FNAF World, which was light, happy, and fun, and now it's swinging back to the darkness spectrum, and everyone's been talking about the sister location, the new FNAF 5, I guess at this point, FNAF 5.
So. Yeah, I was just thinking of it as like a...
So I guess I'm just stupid. If you talk to Fredbear, who's standing outside Deskman's house, he's next to a big lock, and he says,
"The game bombed. End of story. I have already put in my application at the Fazburger down the street. The problem is that now, he has gone insane. We don't know what he is making, and we can't reach the room where it is being kept. Whatever it is, it has everyone around here on edge. This is where the Halloween characters and others were sent to have their code recycled for spin-off games. Put a stop to those games and save those characters. Then find the last area and uncover its dark secrets."
So the update is really a collection of minigames you have to beat to unlock characters to beat the final boss. Deskman is referred to again, assuming he's literally Scott, but at the same time, our metaphor of him being Henry, using FNAF World to communicate with spirits, still works. The game maker is going a little crazy. Maybe because his daughter died. Maybe because he made something terrible. The minigames included are FNAF 57, Freddy in Space. Freddy in Space is a send-up to Metroid, and depending on how you beat it, you can unlock Coffee, Purple Guy, or Jacko Bonnie. We'll talk about Jacko Bonnie in a second. Foxy Fighters, a parody of Star Fox. You can unlock Jacko Chica or Nightmare Balloon Boy. These characters first appeared in the Halloween update for FNAF 4, along with Jacko Bonnie and other Halloween-type characters. Scott made it super duper clear that that update was not canon, but now the characters kind of are.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll!
Sorry, I'm not sure what came over me.
Bingo! Got him! Bingo! Got him! Doggone it! Don't forget me! Don't worry! Flippy's here! Do something! You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you? You won't get tired of my voice, will you?
Lucifer ആരാ?
Foxy.exe. This is
മറ്റേ
Sonic.exe, but Foxy.
അത് നാക്കിന്റെ അനിയനല്ലേ? അല്ല, നാക്കിന്റെ അനിയനപ്പോ
This
ആരായിരുന്നു?
isn't even really a game. You just kind of walk and have to listen to Foxy. In the
ഡാൻഡെ
first
ആണ്
section, he
നാക്കിന്റെ അനിയൻ.
says, "Listen to my voice, and you will find the key." Meaning each section, you just listen to him. Second section, he says,
"When you can see, how fast can you move?"
If you walk, you'll
Lucifer
see
isn't
Freddy, so you have to walk in the opposite
Hello.
direction instead of touching him, or you lose. If you do lose, Foxy takes up the whole
Ow.
screen and says, "All your base are belong to us."
All your base are belong to us.
Because the whole game is a joke. Third stage, he says, "Be sure your step through the heart of madness."
Be sure your step through the heart of madness.
Which apparently means hide behind rocks so these kittens don't jump scare you. When you beat it, you unlock Nightmare Realm. Chico's Magic Rainbow Land. This is a rage platformer, which were all over the place back when Flash games still existed. It's all trial and error, and you have to not be killed by this rainbow, who gets progressively more insulting as you go until you run out of lives.
Point.
Nice, nailed it.
You can do it!
This is so...
Come on, you can do it!
The game doesn't display your lives, but the rainbow eventually gets fed up and kicks you out based on your number of deaths.
No, it isn't. Stop lying to me.
No.
I don't believe you.
Whoa! What?
What?
Yeah. Are you kidding?
What?
Are you kidding me?
Also, the rainbow is voiced by Debbie Derryberry, the voice of Jimmy Neutron. Also, Toy Chica is voiced by Amber Lee Connors.
You won't get tired of my voice, will you?
She's like a legit voice actor. She voices Peak in Attack on Titan, and also a bunch of other major and minor roles in animes I've never heard of.
I'll fire this pistol, and then you'll be dead.
And she got her start as Android 18 in Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
How quickly bravado goes out the window when you're flat on your ass.
Bingo! Got him!
How is the strangest thing about this game the fact that there's a mission where Android 18 gets relentlessly mocked by Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy! Wake up! Time for school!
Better activate bedroom android.
What do you want?
Depending on how fast you beat it, you can unlock Mr. Chipper or Anim Dude. If you talk to Purple Guy, he says,
"Boy, don't confuse me with the actual Purple Guy. I'm just a game sprite."
So maybe this sprite isn't William, because it's a representation of him on the flip side, corrupted by William's murders. After getting a good team, you can head into Geist Lair, the boss of which is Purple Geist. And then you find out the real boss is Chica's Magic Rainbow, and when you win, you appear behind Deskman again.
I'm impressed. What are you doing here? Can't you see that I'm busy? You deactivated my gains. I don't know what else to do. I don't want to disappoint people. but my mind isn't right. I've made something terrible. Your name is It's too late to deactivate her. I'm sorry.
Once again, if you interpret that as
ഞാനൊരു സെന്റർ സപ്പോർട്ട് കളിക്കട്ടെ.
and now he's made something also and then its name is Baby.
I mean, ഞാൻ ഡബിൾ എഡ്ജ് എടുക്കത്തില്ല. ഞാൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് റിട്ടാലിയേഷനും സ്റ്റണ്ണും മാത്രം എടുത്ത് കളിക്കും.
Now his mind isn't right and he's created Baby.
ഡബിൾ എഡ്ജ് എടുത്താൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഡാമേജ് എങ്ങനെ?
ഡാമേജ് ചെയ്യില്ല. റിഫ്രാക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ. എന്നെ അറ്റാക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ എന്നെ അടിച്ചാ പോരെ? അത് ഞാൻ നോക്കിക്കോളാം. അല്ല അത് വേണ്ട. അങ്ങനെ ഡബിൾ എഡ്ജ് ഒക്കെ എടുത്ത് ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ പുതിയ സപ്പോർട്ട്സ് തപ്പിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. എന്ത് I am looking at possible.
It's important to note that these yellow eyes are not This is not the same
new
person.
players. രണ്ടുപേരും പുതിയ players. നമ്മുടെ ടീം വേറെ ഏത് ടീം?
ഉറപ്പായിട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു Legends mouse എന്തായിരിക്കും അല്ലേ?
But also, if you already know what happens in FNAF 5, then I'm probably
okay, never mind. 4.
fine, because I am. Also, Desk Guy is dead. It's possible that Baby killed himself. That is what happens in the books. In the books, William kills Charlie. Henry then takes this doll and cries over it, and so Charlie's remnant and his agony mix together, and Charlie possesses the doll.
PL ban കൊള്ളാട്ടോ.
ഞാൻ എല്ലാം കളിയും PL ബാൻ ചെയ്യലാണ്. ഇത് ബുൾഷിറ്റ് ആണ്.
He also tells Charlie that it was actually her brother Sam that died, but in reality, his wife took Sam and then just left because he'd gone crazy and was building a bunch of robots. So after Henry builds Baby, he builds it and like he's really angry. He puts all of his anger and malice into it, and after he does that, he realizes he's done messed up, so he kills himself. And he also instructs his sister, who's going to be raising Charlie, to never let Baby out of her closet. And so William steals her and turns her into Baby. So these events in the game are currently one-to-one with the book, in that after Charlie died, Henry builds a robot that becomes Baby and then kills himself. In the very near future, this will no longer be one-to-one with the books. Okay, but we still gotta figure out who is Baby, and that answer can be found in Sister Location was released on May 21st, 2016, about a week after the FNAF World Halloween update. If you've been memorizing every single little detail of this video so far, which I hope you have been, the words Sister Location might make you remember the line.
And so my legend begins.
Says there was a spring lock failure at a sister location.
A
little bit at all.
Prepare for battle.
But that is what everybody thought when this game was announced.
I set my stone.
Oh, please connect.
You should run.
Aliya Necrophos, Invoker, PL, Nightmare game ആണ് ഇത്.
Carry sniper എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു.
Gee, I wonder why people thought this would be about an actual sister location.
Carry sniper പോയി ഒമ്പും അവിടെ.
അവനാണ് എളുപ്പം. I am support.
ആര്?
സ്നൈപ്പർ. ഞാൻ പറയണവന് കേൾക്കാൻ തോന്നും.
I am support എന്നാ? ആര് സ്നൈപ്പറോ?
My stones are light.
എന്നാ നീ ടോപ്പ് വാടാ.
ഞാൻ ടോപ്പ് വരണോ? പക്ഷെ വാടില്ല.
30 seconds to battle.
നീ എന്റെ അടുത്താണോ പറഞ്ഞത്? എന്റെ അടുത്തല്ലേ ടോപ്പ് വരാൻ പറഞ്ഞേ?
That's what there.
The source code for the website, including a schedule for different animatronics to be rented out, giving
Oh,
us the
okay.
names
ഞാൻ പറയട്ടെ. സ്നൈപ്പർ ഗോ ബോട്ട് എന്ന് പറയട്ടെ എന്നാ.
It also included phrases
support trust me.
അവന്റെ റൈഡ് ബാൻ കണ്ടിട്ട് എനിക്ക് അത്രക്ക് ട്രസ്റ്റ് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ടോ?
private birthday booking, children entertainment, service log.
The battle begins.
Oh shit, ഞാൻ റോളിംഗ് ബോൾഡർ. Fuck. മറന്നു. Sorry,
there again.
Being Criminal Institute or a crewman installation. I'll explain exactly what
പക്ഷെ നീ ഇവിടെ വന്നിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഫൈറ്റ് എടുക്കാറുണ്ടോ കൊല്ലാറുണ്ടോ
reads in part, welcome to Circus Baby's Pizza World, where family fun and interactivity go beyond anything you've seen at those other pizza places. So clearly, this is a
should stand there.
Unlike
എനിക്കിത് തീരെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നു.
Sister Location is not a
Sniper
title
ഇവിടെ
role.
വാ.
I weigh and weigh.
Defending its animatronics for 5 progressively hard levels. Sister Location is
കാണുന്നില്ല വൈ.
That's a good
ഓക്കേ
spot.
ഓക്കേ.
each
നൈറ്റ് സോറി.
strong focus on damage.
I'm going.
Buckle up, 'cause we're gonna talk about a whole lot of story right now. Obviously,
As must be.
there are 3 aspects.
ഇവൻ ആദ്യം ഇതെടുത്തോ.
Like FNAF 2,
Oh, that's a good spot.
and then being put on the windshield. The second part is
That spot there.
So like the mini games, phone night. Part 3 is the
Precisely.
That would be Shadow Fresh, Shadow Bonnie, Chica the Second Youth, etc.
Yes.
Sister Location, all of these things are here.
I'm under attack. A perfect
There are no
position.
random backgrounds.
ഓക്കേ ബോട്ടിന്റെ കാര്യം തീരുമാനമായി കേട്ടോ.
I shall stand right there.
And that's really the only way to cover the game.
Yes.
So this might get a little confusing.
ഓക്കേ ആയി
The game
ജംഗിൾ.
opens with a dark cutscene.
Covering ground.
ജംഗിളോ വെയിറ്റ് ഇവൻ ലീഗ് പ്ലെയർ ആണോ?
Over there.
These are clearly state of the art. There are just certain
My spirit moved.
made for these robots that we don't fully understand.
നിക്ക് ഇതുണ്ട് ഹീലുണ്ടല്ലോ.
We were hoping that we could shed some
Exactly so.
അവിടെ ഇൻവോക്കർ ലാസ്റ്റിൽ എടുക്കുന്നത്.
She can dance. She can sing. She's equipped with built-in
My stones are light.
tips. She can take song requests.
I should stand there. That's a good spot.
So first of all, confirmation really matters.
I set my
ഒരു
stone.
കാശ പോലെ ആണല്ലേ.
Secondly, we seem to now
അങ്ങനെയാണല്ലോ.
Yes.
is questioning
I don't care,
design
DMO.
choices. So one, maybe Baby is dangerous.
My spirit
Two, it
moved.
seems like even if Henry made Baby into capacity, William took her over as his own.
That spot there. I should stand right there.
So smart, I'm really proud of that, and literally everything in the series, so much
My way and way.
then opens with writing.
ഒരു കാശ് പ്ലീസ്.
Welcome to the first day of your exciting new career.
ക്രീപ്പിനെ പാശം.
Whether you were approached at a job fair, read our ad and squeezed bowls and hairpins, or if this is the result of a dare,
That spot
we
there.
welcome you. I will be your personal guide to help you get started. I'm a Model 5 of the
Wait,
Handyman's Robotics
an even
Unit
better
repair system,
spot.
but you can call me Handy Unit. Your new career promises challenge,
Ordered advance.
endless janitorial opportunities. Please enter your name as seen above the keypad.
Exactly
This
so.
cannot be changed later. It seems that you have
Set.
tried the time. And I will
As must be.
one more.
എനിക്ക് വരാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
Xfinity.
Whoa, hold on.
Wait, an even better spot.
Mike, so the theory that Fritz Smith is Mike Schmidt and also
Oh, that's a good spot.
all of them are also Foxy Bro, only came about
I'm
after
going.
this name. The evidence was there all along, but the idea wasn't sparked
Covering
in our
ground.
mind until we realized that the series might have.
Oh wait, sniper actually jungle
I
ചെയ്യുവാണോ?
also think this was Scott kind of waving his hand in front of everyone and going like, "Hey guys, you didn't figure out who the player character was in the last game. Let me just point out for you."
Allow me to fill this.
Your middle tower is under attack!
Due to the massive
വീണ്ടും പുള്ളി
success and
Over there.
of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, it was clear that the stage was set. No pun
Dyer's courier has been slain.
Unlike most entertainment venues, our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day. And it's your job to get the robots back in proper working order before the following morning.
Now we had this discussion back during 53.
That spot
സീനാണെ
there.
പറയണേടാ.
Listen.
After the first closing in 85,
I should stand
the second
right
in
there.
87, or the third in 92. It cannot be referring to Frederick.
All paths are one.
So this company came into existence after
Wait,
Freddy's
an even better
closing.
spot.
Are part of this game.
That spot there. Harmonious increase. My spirit moves.
Our robotic entertainers are rented out for private parties during the day.
Meaning that Circus Baby's pizza may have been simultaneous.
Covering ground.
And thus, technically, may have been a location that was active during the
I should stand there.
It could be where the spring lock accident happened.
Over there.
It is, the game never tells you. In the next room, the main office area, you see
My stone wheel. Not enough mana. Your will is
Well played.
There is tranquility in death.
exactly where you are, the vent.
Motion trigger. Circus gallery vent.
Wait.
ഇവൻ പോസ്റ്റ്
എന്റെ സാൽവ എവിടെ നിന്റെ ഓർത്തിട്ടെ?
When it says there's motion in the vent,
നോ ഐഡിയ. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു അവനൊരു ബ്ലഡ് ഗ്രനേഡ് എന്തോ വീക്കിണ്ട്.
Oh shit man. ഞാൻ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചില്ല.
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower.
Precisely.
മിഡ് എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടടാ?
Welcome
ഇത്
back.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല, ഈ തെണ്ട് റൂണൊക്കെ എടുത്തോണ്ട്
Intellectual stimulation, pivotal
Sniper.
career choices, and
അവൻ
self-reflection on past
At least enemy അല്ലല്ലോ.
We're committed to creating a unique,
അല്ല
fulfilling work
എനിക്ക്
experience.
ബോട്ടിലുണ്ടോ, എനിക്ക് ഒഴികൻ വേണം.
Commitment is ensuring
നെക്രോക്കെതിരെയാണ്.
you're tired of the voice that you're hearing right now. Using the keypad below, please select a new companion voice. It seems that you had some trouble with the keypad. I see what you were
Your
trying to
middle
type,
tower
and
is
I
under
will
attack.
correct it for you. Thank you for choosing
Angsty
teen.
I'm going.
haha, so now the helper voice is going to be an angsty teen.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Most probably കിട്ടാൻ chance
Elevator
ഉണ്ട്.
stopped. You know the routine. Get out now or
Exactly.
so
Your middle
funny
tower
story.
is under
A dead
attack.
body was found in this vent once. Okay, so not that funny, but
നമ്മൾ റൂൺ എടുത്തിട്ട് വരാം.
it's a story.
I should stand right there.
That's rough, buddy.
You should check on Ballora and make sure she's on her stage.
Wait, an even
Whatever.
better spot.
Huh. I guess Ballora has better things to do. Let's zap her. That should be fun.
Covering ground.
Invoker ആണോ അഞ്ചായത്? എന്താണ് ചെയ്തത്?
I should stand there.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
My stones are here we go.
Hear him say,
I'm going.
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem.
try to zap baby again later. Can't even
I set my stones.
Let's try another upside shot.
That's a good spot.
That is affecting our ability to control and motivate baby. Please stand by while I reboot the system.
ഇത്രയൊക്കെ അൾട്ടില്ല.
this scene with baby that plays.
Wait, an even better spot. A spirited.
റൂൺ കിട്ടിയാടാ ബോട്ട്?
Yeah, something's coming after you.
അത് ഞാൻ നെക്രോനെ കൊന്നുണ്ട്.
Then baby starts.
നെക്രോക്ക് അൾട്ടില്ല, ഇപ്പൊ ഒന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന്.
ഞാൻ വരാം, പക്ഷെ മാനയില്ല.
You are new.
She says that she doesn't recognize us. She then protects us from the stupid biddy bag.
Your top tower is under attack.
വരുവാണ് വരുവാണ്.
All paths are one.
And it worked for him. I recommend that you hurry now.
Yes.
വിഷൻ ഉണ്ടോ അവന് ഇവിടെ?
Just try not to make eye
എടാ ഗോപി
അറിഞ്ഞോട്ടെ, ഞാൻ ഈ റൂണൊന്നും എടുത്തോട്ടെ. ഞാനിപ്പോ ഫോക്കസ്.
They will lose interest.
You have to hold the door closed until they notice the baby is
That
walking.
spot there.
Baby then
ഇപ്പം
helps us.
അറിഞ്ഞോട്ടെ, ഇല്ലെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. നിനക്ക് അവനെ തള്ളി അകത്ത് വെച്ചാൽ മതി.
Top tower is under
വാ.
attack.
Set in ordered advance. Here. The perfume. നാല് പേരാടെ നമ്മുടെ കുറ്റം എടുത്ത് കളാം. അടി അങ്ങനെ ഓട്ടോട്ടേക്ക്.
പിടിച്ചേക്കണേ ഞാൻ വരാം.
ഓ മാനയില്ല. നോ
Baby
stench of death is upon you.
ഓടിയാ മതിയായിരുന്നു വെറുതെ.
She cannot see you and can only listen for your movements.
Thank you for your patience. It seems that the power system cannot be restarted automatically. You will need to restart the power system manually. Please return to the
end of the path
is the beginning. Walk through the Ballora gallery using the vent to reach the bridge.
ഞാൻ വരുവാണേ 3 സെക്കൻഡ്. ഓ ഇല്ല DD അല്ലേ.
As fast as possible. Precisely. I will deactivate myself momentarily as to not create an auditory disturbance.
അല്ല ഞാൻ TP ചെയ്താണ് മിഡ് വന്ന്. ഓ എനിക്ക് ബോട്ടിൽ തരായിരുന്നു.
Bottom tower is under attack.
No.
This is for
ഫൈറ്റ് കേറണോ വേണ്ടേ?
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem. Your bottom tower is under attack.
ഞാൻ തിരിച്ച് ടോപ്പ്. ആക്ച്വലി ഞാൻ
ബോട്ട് എടുക്കാറുണ്ടല്ലേ.
ബോട്ട് വരാ PL വെറുതെ ഫീഡ് ആയിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക.
അവനാണെങ്കിൽ പയ്യെ കഴിഞ്ഞ് വന്നേ.
അവരുടെ ക്യാരി ആണല്ലേ. എനിക്ക് കില്ലുണ്ടോ? ആര്
ടോപ്പിലൊരു നമ്മൾ ഇൻവോക്കറിന് മേലെ കില്ല് എടുത്ത.
That was done in the spirit of Axe.
It seems you are
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ടോപ്പ് ഒന്നും കൊല്ലാം. ഇൻവോക്കറിനെ ക്ലിസ്റ്റ് കൊല്ലാം. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്.
അതാണ് ഒറിജിനൽ.
അല്ല
ആണോ?
അതാണ് ഒറിജിനൽ.
Your top tower is being hacked to pieces.
പറയടാ.
Your top tower is under attack.
അവനെ കൊല്ലണമെങ്കിൽ വെസൽ വേണം. അവന്റെ പുറകെ ഓടണ്ട.
Your top tower is being
കൊല്ലാൻ
hacked to pieces.
ബാക്കിൽ നെക്കറുണ്ട്. ബാക്കിൽ നെക്കർ പറഞ്ഞ
ആണോ?
നടന്നു പറഞ്ഞു.
ഞാൻ ഇപ്പൊ TP ചെയ്യാമേ.
Your edge needs sharpening.
കേറിക്കോ.
ഓ എടാ എനിക്ക് കല്ലില്ലടാ. അല്ല ഞാൻ അൾട്ടിന് കല്ല് മൊത്തം കളഞ്ഞ്. ഓട് നീ ഫൈറ്റ്.
There are other buildings connected to the complex with these great buildings. They're thinner.
കുറേ നേരമായി
Where do people walk to get to each location? Where's the bathrooms? Basically, I'm saying this is clearly not a to-scale or finished or full diagram, which is important. Because this rail line that connects from Circus Baby's Valley connects to the FNAF 4.
എന്റെ ഗെയിംസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്.
That is CC in his bedroom. Grandfather clock room, sister's room on the right, living room on the left.
That's a good spot.
And then the city block you walk down to reach Freddy's, and then there are 2 more animatronics. Right there and Spring Bonnie. Now this would imply that the house is bigger than the whole block, so it's obviously just
exactly so.
That area, showing the connection via what I assume is either an underground power line or a
I'm going.
connected to Baby's gallery. These red symbols indicate camera placements.
I should stand there. Your bottom tower is under attack.
അഞ്ചു പേരുണ്ടോ അവിടെ?
Bottom tower is under attack.
Two hallways on each side, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy waiting in the rest of the house.
റിയൽ ആക്സ് ആവറായിട്ടോ.
ഫസ്റ്റ് അതല്ലോ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem.
And now we're seeing an identical layout of the house in Sister Lou.
ക്രോൺ എത്രയാടാ?
And then
40 സെക്കൻഡ്.
ഞാൻ എന്തായാലും ടോപ്പ് വരാം. ടോപ്പ് ആനത്തേക്കാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. വെസല് വേണം. അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് ചോദിക്കാം.
4 more black dots, but there's no camera.
മിഡ്
So what the?
Over there.
What is going on? possibly electricity, pizza, and therefore play the FNAF 4 minigame house, the FNAF 4 gameplay house, and the FNAF 4 hall.
Wait, an even better spot.
And I don't think any of this is to scale.
Chrono ke 15 second hai.
Mark the back.
Covering ground.
Like if this all was talking about here, we already knew that these were different houses.
I set my stones.
Third location, the nightmare
Oh, nice silence.
Right there.
No one thinks that only that it
yes.
You taste your own rotting tongue.
And nobody knows what this means. It makes perfect sense that Baby's Pizza would be connected to Freddy's as the same owner. I think the gray outline is far away. We also know that these are not the same house. So maybe after Cece's death they moved. But what is this cult with the face of over here? Is it canon to the story that completing this challenge skips 2 hours of the game? Is whoever is watching this children do these things and rewarding them? This is not in a minigame. You can't explain this away. It's just a representation or it's video game theory. This is in the main gameplay.
My way and
Scott,
way.
what is this? I don't know what's in those closets. This is where we need to find the Silver trilogy.
That spot there.
Despite releasing 2 years later, the third book in the trilogy, The Fourth Closet,
that's a good spot.
Might explain what this means. Inside Charlie's room
that's a
are
good
3
spot.
closets. Inside one is a tiny robot named Ella.
Yes.
What?
We learn about
ഹെൽത്ത് ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു
അല്ല ഞാൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു പക്ഷെ നിന്റെ ഹെൽത്ത് അങ്ങ് പോയി
ഹെൽത്ത് ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവിടെ 3 പഠിച്ചുണ്ട് അമ്മമാർക്ക് അവിടെ കാണാനാണെങ്കിൽ
Your bottom tower is under attack!
A perfect position.
It also might explain why the spring trap plushes the bad guy.
My stones are light.
Distracting spring trap so that
that is it.
Your top tower is being hacked to pieces.
വന്നു ഓ മാഗ്നറ്റൈസ് വന്നു ഞാനോ സ്കൈറാത്ത് ഞാൻ ഇൻവോക്കർ സൈലൻസ് ഇല്ല അല്ലേ
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower.
അറിയത്തില്ല സ്കൈറാത്ത് തന്നെയാണെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു
Like axe, the dire structures cannot be hurt. Your middle tower is under attack.
My spirit returns to the material.
Okay, vessel आया at least fighting chance. Vessel अल्ला.
Stand there.
She's so pretty and shiny. Didn't you make her just for me?
Oh, that's a good spot.
I don't think it's hard to imagine.
Your middle tower is under attack.
That spot.
14 level ആടേ. എനിക്ക് ഫാം ഇല്ല ഫൈറ്റ് എടുക്കാൻ.
Ordered at once.
എടാ സിപ്പ് ചെയ്യണോ?
Set. I'm not ready.
Under attack.
I'm going.
എടാ ഗോപി
ആ കൈറാത്തിനെ കൊല്ലാനാണ് എളുപ്പം
Tower is under attack.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for good.
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower. Axe would shed a tear for your middle tower. Your bottom tower is under attack.
The ways of life and death converge. My spirit moves.
I would always have the children. I'm not sure why.
വിചാരിച്ച കൊല്ലാടാ പക്ഷെ ഒരുമിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞ എല്ലാരും
പിയലിനെ കൊന്നാലോ? ദേ ഇവിടെ
glad
വരണ്ട്.
that your
നീ ഉണ്ടോ?
bottom tower
ഇതാന്ന്
is
വെച്ചു.
not
കൈ
a
കൈയിനെത്തില്ല.
problem.
കൈ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്.
സ്കൈ ആപ്പിയല്ലോ.
കൈ ഇവിടെ ഇല്ലേ?
Looking for me? Your top tower is under attack.
ഒറിജിനൽ ഇല്ലേ? വാട്ട്?
നിങ്ങൾ ക്രോണ വന്ന
Tower is under attack.
ഒറിജിനൽ എവിടെ പോയി? അതെ
തന്നെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
Tower is under attack.
അതുണ്ട്.
Your top tower has fallen.
ടവർ പോയോ?
Precisely.
TP ചെയ്യുമായിരിക്കും.
എടുക്കാനും പറ്റില്ല.
Paths are one. Return to ultimate order.
There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then
Your top tower is under attack.
they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes.
വേറെ ആരും ബസ്സിന് പോയില്ലല്ലോ അല്ലേ?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Come feast with the flesh fly.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Axe has seen ruins that look better.
എടാ ഒറിജിനൽ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലേ സ്റ്റൺ ആവും അല്ലേ? അതോ അതിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ കൂടെ പോവുകയാണ്? എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല.
എന്തോ
എനിക്ക് മറ്റേ പിക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റണില്ല ആരെയും.
Covering ground.
tomorrow. You then get jump scared by Foxy.
Yes.
ഇവിടെ വിഷയം.
I'm under attack.
പക്കന്ന് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയില്ല.
അവർക്കാണോ കിട്ടിയേ?
ആ
തീരെ ചത്തുമില്ലല്ലേ?
ഇല്ലടാ, അതെങ്ങനെ അവൻ രക്ഷപ്പെടുന്നു എല്ലാം പ്രാവശ്യവും? എടാ നീ ഓർക്കിഡ് ബിൽഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ, ഞാൻ പറയാൻ വരുമായിരുന്നു.
Soil, new life sprouts.
എന്നാലും പിയൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടത്?
എല്ലാം പ്രാവശ്യവും വിചിത്രം.
I'm going.
എന്റെ അൾട്ട് ഞാൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത്, പക്ഷെ ഒരു ടിക്ക് പോലും ആയില്ല.
Exactly so.
എടാ പോയി
That spot there.
കറക്റ്റേ?
ആ
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem.
A perfect
എന്നെ
position.
കൊണ്ടൊരു ഓടണം.
My stones are light.
Either William Spring bodysuit, or this is Goldie.
A spiritual. Wait, an even better spot. Perfect location.
Opens up like the Funtime animatronics, not
Wait,
like the old
an
classic
even
suits.
better spot.
So who used this and what was it for? Also, this Springlock suit is not a gray square.
I should stand there.
ടോപ്പേ, എനിക്ക് 20 സെക്കൻഡ് TP. ടിമ്പർ മിഡായിരുന്നേ.
I should stand right there.
ജോലിയെല്ലാം ചെയ്യണം.
Oh, that's a good spot.
സൂക്ഷിച്ചാണ് അവര് മിഡ് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക.
Covering ground.
റോൺ എത്ര 20 സെക്കൻഡ് അല്ലേ?
I weigh and weigh. This way.
ആ സൈലൻസ് ആയില്ല.
ഞാൻ മാക്സിമം സ്കൈയും ഇൻവോക്കറും പിടിച്ചുതരാം. ബാക്കി
ഞാനും അതാ നോക്കുന്നത്, അവരെ അകത്ത് തള്ളിയിടാനാ ഞാൻ നോക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ കിട്ടണില്ലടാ. നെക്രോമോസ് എല്ലാം പ്രാവശ്യം നെക്രോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ടിമ്പർ ഫ്രണ്ടിൽ കയറി നിൽക്കുവാണ്.
Your middle tower is under attack.
ക്രോണോ ആയ പറയണേ. ആയല്ലേ? ഇട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ നെക്സ്റ്റ്.
ഇൻവോക്കറും കിട്ടിയില്ല.
Aurora gets scooped.
ഗെയിമിന്റെ പേര് എനിക്ക് അറിയത്തില്ല.
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is? How to...
Okay guys, BRB.
റിയൽ മറ്റേ ഒറിജിനൽ അല്ലേ?
ഞാൻ വെറുതെ ബൈബാക്ക് ചെയ്ത് മരിച്ച പോലെ. സ്കൈറാത്ത് മരിച്ചായിരുന്നു എന്നിട്ട് ഇല്ല അല്ലേ?
അവനെ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ് കേട്ടാ അത് വേറല്ലേ.
Your top tower is being hacked to pieces.
Oh, that's a good spot. Precisely.
Your top tower is under attack.
As must be. I'm going. My spirit moves.
That way they can find you on the cameras.
All paths are one.
Baby then opens the faceplate so they can see us.
I should stand there.
Why couldn't these men have just saved us? Baby obviously wanted us to see Ballora.
I should stand right there. Here. Not yet. A perfect position. That's not there.
Then night 5 starts after being told we're gonna get some exotic buttons.
You've earned your
Ordered advance. Over there.
flowers, and of course the ever-popular cash.
Yes.
Using the keypad below, please enter the first few letters of the gift basket you would like to receive. It seems you had some trouble with the keypad.
Oh,
I
that's a good spot.
type, and I will auto-correct it for you. Thank you for selecting
My way and way.
Please be aware that there are still 2 technicians on site today.
Precisely.
Try to avoid interfering with their work if possible. Also, feel free to ask them.
Oh, that's a good spot.
സ്മോക്ക് വാങ്ങാനും
I wonder what that's about.
Exactly so.
റോസ് ആയിരിക്കാം.
Knowledge is gold. Wait, an even better spot.
Now let's check on Funtime 5.
ആ ഷിറ്റ് ഞാൻ ബ്ലോക്ക് ചെയ്തു.
Great.
I'm
Looks
going.
like everything is as it should be in Funtime Auditorium.
Terrible? Okay.
Circus Baby had a rough day and is in need of
You should run.
required to reach your parts and service room by walking sneaking through Funtime Auditorium.
Covering ground.
Great job reaching parts and service. Circus Baby has been deactivated for an unknown
Wait,
reason.
an even
It's your
better
job
spot.
to make sure she is structurally stable and secured to the conveyor. Our technicians will take it from there.
Circus Baby has been deactivated.
My stones alight.
We're gonna learn.
The Radiant dislike Roshan very much.
Damn it!
As must be.
തീയല്ലാടി.
For some reason.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല നല്ലതാണ്.
My spirit moves.
തീയല് മൂൺഷാട്.
Good spot. I set my stones.
Time is money.
That spot there. Covering ground.
What's annoying is being so many things. Is the bad thing her breaking?
Right here.
We caught you.
Does she steal?
Fire's fire. Fortified.
Precisely.
നടക്കണല്ലോ.
Your top tower is under attack.
2 മിനിറ്റ് ബൈബാക്ക്.
Your top tower is being hacked to pieces. Looks like Axe's opinion of you. Your top tower has fallen. Your top barracks have failed you. Curse your top barracks. Your top barracks are under attack. This is causing visible. Your top barracks are under attack.
Nice. Oh, well fucking play, guys.
Ara baki? Iyalla.
Side organ.
Ada dust over okay na? Back at the
That's in the endoskeleton. So baby telling you to save what is good, she's telling you to save the AI, not the child's soul. You're now separating the two.
Fucking okay.
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower. Dire structures are fortified. Super fortified. Like you can't even imagine.
Okay, Tuscan idundale. Okay, nice. Kolla. Place nadatham. Njan Tuscan place nadatham ideally.
Tuscanodu pora or mission കളിക്കാൻ.
ഒരുമിച്ച് അല്ല പക്ഷെ അത് ഡൗട്ടാണ്. ഞാനപ്പ ചവിട്ടും അവനപ്പ ചവിട്ടും. ലൈക്ക് അതിന് പ്രസിഡൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അയ്യോ അവന് വേറെ ഐറ്റം ഉള്ള ടസ്കിന്
ഇതിനെ പിടിക്കാൻ പോയായിരുന്നു.
സ്മോക്ക് ഉണ്ടോ?
ഇവിടെ ഓർഡർ വെക്കാൻ വന്നു.
ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു മിന്നായം പോലെ കണ്ടാ മതി. ഞാൻ ചാടി പിടിച്ചോളാം.
പോയി ഓർഡർ വെച്ചിട്ട് ആവട്ടെ. ഇവിടെ ഓടുണ്ടോ?
Axe does not pick sides. But Axe is on your side.
Timber അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. Necro ഉണ്ട്.
I set my stones.
എടാ എന്റെ പൊന്ന കൂട്ടുകാരെ ഇവിടെ ആൾക്കാർ ചത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. അവന് എന്തിനാ നെക്രോഫോസ് അടിക്കാൻ പോണേ? ഇവിടെ ആരോ ഉണ്ട്.
ബെസ്സലിട്ടെ അളിയാ ഞാൻ ടണൽ വിഷൻ ഉണ്ടായി പോയടേ ഫൈറ്റ്. നെക്രോഫോസ് എങ്ങനെ കൊല്ലും? ബെസ്സലിട്ടിട്ടൊന്നും നടക്കണില്ല.
Your middle tower is under attack.
What do I do? ഡിസാർവേറ്റും കാര്യമില്ല. റീഡിയൻസ് ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. സിൽവർഡ്രാഗ് അതിന് ബ്രേക്ക് ചെയ്ത് അപ്പം തന്നെ ബേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യണം. നമ്മൾ 5 രൂപ തന്നെ ബേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യണം തോന്നുന്നു. കയറാത്ത വാർഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ വരുന്നത്.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Axe admits to some confusion.
If this is my mistake, Ennard is inside. His eyes were purple, so does that mean that
your mid-racks have failed you?
That's a good start.
Your middle barracks are under attack. Your middle barracks have fallen.
And Mike is not moving, given that we didn't.
Ordered advance.
You have a chance of playing this minigame upon death. You play as baby, giving
A perfect position.
If you skip
Dyer's courier has been slain.
You can make
Yes.
You wouldn't do this on your first attempt, so just like the FNAF 3 minigame.
Wait, an even better spot.
ഞാൻ ബൈബാക്ക് വെച്ചേക്കാണ്.
Because when baby returns to the start of the
I
game,
should stand there.
bring home the children.
Oh, that's a good spot.
Ah, what?
I'm good for a keyboard.
That's a good spot. Set.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Precisely. Mechanism.
The enemy has a bone to pick with your middle tower.
That spot there.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
My spirit moves.
Security office where you now fend off
ये
enemy
लगता क्या लाना?
Your bottom tower is under attack.
to celebrate.
I set my stone.
Axe is glad that your bottom tower is not Axe's problem.
There's a key.
Your bottom tower has
अरे
fallen.
बिस्किट चल रहे हेलो वालेया वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम वालेयो
How long can this go
इनवाइटेड तो वरूलല്ലോ
Barracks have fallen.
अयो
Your bottom barracks are under attack. Your bottom barracks died badly. Your middle tower has fallen. Are you going to do something about that? Listen to Axe. Your ancient needs protection. Fire structures can take all the hurt radiant gears can heap upon it. Your ancient is under attack.
Ah, fuck.
Your ancient is under attack.
Let's go. Finally, come back. Okay, never mind. Time leap, time.
Axe's heart goes out to Dyer's courier.
It's just a joke. It's a mole.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Bonnet is a female bird.
Your ancient is under attack.
Freddy. Let's get something like how Golden Freddy was Yellow Bear in the first game. Also, the mini arenas can attack you. Notable is that Maybe is not here. She does talk to you and tempts you into letting them win, using the voice of After beating one of the challenges, you're rewarded with a cutscene of meat puppeted Mike walking down the street.
I'm the best and I'm back in the saddle again. Okay, I did it. I did it. I fucking did it. So what I'm gonna do is
I'm going.
തോമേ കുറച്ചേരം ജീവിക്കാൻ ഞാൻ വരാം
Wait. As must be. Ordered advance.
Due to the fact that he's possessed, these cutscenes are obviously a continuation of the needed.
I'm going.
Take place after the original game. Unlike this
Over there.
ശരി ആ കിക്കില്ലായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഞാനകത്ത്
proclaims a radiant victory.
Baby said says you won't
The earth
die,
lies
and then
broken.
stands right back up. His eyeballs regenerated, gaining control over his body once more. Since he didn't die, this is not as some fans have deemed it.
Biscuit എടാ നീ സ്ട്രീം കാണുവാണെന്ന് അറിയാം ഐ തിങ്ക് അളയാ നീ ഉണ്ടോ
The Silverdrag-N explains that since
Okay, let's go. ഞാൻ 12:30 ആവുമ്പം കുറച്ചേരം ഒന്ന് മ്യൂട്ട് പോവാ ഞാനൊരു കോൾ ഉണ്ട്
So even though Mike was host to a giant robot for several days, probably in complete agony, he survives and heals and will eventually return to looking normal. Then the biggest lore drop hits, and we can finally talk about what these last few games all mean.
Father, it's me, Michael. I did it. I found it. Right where you said it.
That's right, Mike. The character we have been playing as is William Afton's son. By extension, this little girl's brother, Mike Schmidt. Back in FNAF 1, Fred Schmidt in FNAF 2, and the code 1983 in his office and the Fredbear mark on the desk, well, that shows that Cece is also Purple Guy's son. The main character of the series is the main villain's son, and his journey started when he accidentally got his brother killed by one of his father's inventions. And that's why it's so smart that William is British, because now anyone with a British accent is clearly an Afton. It's so good, and this isn't even the end of the speech.
They didn't recognize me at first, but then they thought I was you.
This shows that Mike has familiarity with the robots, but I think it's actually in here because Scott is laughing at all the theorists who thought that the ending of the game meant that Mike was Purple Guy. They thought I was you. The player thought that Mike was Purple Guy. Well, now we get one of the most important lines in everything.
And I found her. I put her back together, just like you asked me to. She's free now. But something is wrong with me. I should be dead, but I'm not. I've been living in shadows.
So William told Mike to put the sister back together, and Fredbear told Cece he would put him back together, and Fredbear is in William's office. A lot of people think this is a microphone, and that Fredbear Plush's lines were William speaking through him. Like Confess-A-Bear from SpongeBob. In fact, people use this episode of SpongeBob to mock this idea in the community.
My name is Confess-A-Bear! Tell me all your secrets!
The thing is, that's not a walkie-talkie, which would have maybe 4 buttons maximum. That's a camera controller with 20 buttons and a dial. To control the cameras, the TVs are displaying the feeds from. I honestly think the plush being right there is a coincidence. This plush was sold in real life as actual merch, and it was labeled as possessed. And I do think it is possessed, but not by Charlie, not by the vengeful spirit. I think the plush is possessed by Cece. The idea of dual possession has been mildly controversial, with some people refusing to accept it outright. Based on the explanation of possession I outlined in this very video, 2 sets of memories imprinting on one endoskeleton wouldn't actually make any sense. But that's because that's not how dual possession works. The vengeful spirit was imprinted on the endoskeleton. Cece is inside the doll. In the Silver Eyes trilogy, we know Charlie dies and possesses robots that were made for her to grow up into. But the actual thing that she's possessing, the way that she's able to shift her consciousness to different robots, is that she's actually inside of a doll. That doll is her, and her aunt moves it into the next robot when it's time for her to upgrade. I think this plush is possessed by Cece, and that at some point in the future, that plush will be placed inside Golden Freddy.
There is only one thing left for me to do now. I'm going to come find you. I'm going to come find you.
So Mike is off to find his father, and then we get confirmation that Springtrap, William, Purple Guy, survived the FNAF 3 fire.
Your turn to ban.
Okay.
Please, ഈ കളിയെങ്കിലും PL ban. ഞാൻ എല്ലാ കളിയും PL ban ഞെക്കും PL ban ആകത്തില്ല.
Before we make any amount of sense out of the last 3 games, we need to place sister location in the timeline. In the beginning, we're told that Circus Baby's rental opened after the success and unfortunate closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Freddy's Pizza was different than Fredbear's Family Diner, and there were only 3 closed, 85, 87, and 92. The success of Freddy's means it cannot be
10 seconds remaining.
Because that location was only open for a week. And
Yeah,
even
that's
after
a
5
problem.
seconds,
A sniper
location closed not due to murders, but due to low attendance. Meaning only one location was a success, but had an unfortunate closing. Being the first Freddy's location after the MCI in 1985.
Bobby, വാ നമുക്ക് വീഡിയോ കളിക്കാം. Easy.
Mike go to Circus Baby's entertainment and rental. So the game must happen.
Bobby,
when it's unlocked. And the most logical place to put it is before FNAF 2. Meaning this all is the impetus for Mike to go looking for William, his father, by becoming the night security guard at Freddy's in FNAF 2 and 1 at Fazbear Frights. Before we talk about that, we need to do a detour into the books again. Remnants is brought up in the 4th closet as the haunted metal that makes the animatronics come back to life. I already said how a character is injected with it and survives. When he's injected with it, he's able to see the spirit world. The MCI kids he talks to have an abstract control over the animatronics, and also don't understand that they're dead. Now, in the books, William injects with a combination of all of their remnants. I think if the kid was only injected with one person's remnant, he would only have been able to see that one kid. Instead, he's able to see all of them. We find out from some blueprints that the Super is actually a remnant. It's called a SCUP, Scalable Creation of Ulterior. Or it's a machine that wants something the buckets on the projector. The child remnant. It specifically notes
a lane for me, I guess. Let's go.
Which explains how it entered Michael.
Yeah, there, poda.
Much like in the book, it also notes that. Which is what allows you to prepare for battle. And the remnant will go away. Which, once again,
okay, we were actually offline
that it's kind of like an imprint on the circuit board. Soul juice. In the books, there are funtime animatronics just like in Sister Location. And it's explained that William is taking bits of remnant from the combination of all the original animatronics and is creating these robots, which explains how bitty bags come to life. It's not like they each have one soul. It's that the remnant is dividable. And people who take issue with souls being dividable, I just want to say again, I believe computer memory can be divided. We have different regions in our brain that specialize in different things. If you cut your brain in half, then you wind up with 2 different consciousnesses. Of course. A little bit of the memories of the MCI kids, a little bit of who
30
they are,
seconds to battle.
Used to bring the machines to life, which is then overwritten by their AI. That's what scalable means in Scoop. It allows the fun times to have more or less remnant as needed, and theoretically, Ballora and Freddy and Foxy have more kitty bags. Scalable. Scalable. Much like in the books, it's believed that this remnant comes from the MCI kids. A lot of people try to he dies at the end of that game, which hardly makes it possible that he started this rental business, made all these machines haunted, sent Mike out there. People actually try to claim that all of the logistics of him doing animatronics, but before getting spring trapped. After the original closing of Freddy's, the animatronics were returned to William. We know this happened with the spring lock suits because some guy says it in FNAF 3, and there is no current Freddy's location. So obviously one of the 2 owners was taken, and it's probably the one they went to workshop. They also would have bowed out of the company by then. This phone guy never met him, never even heard his name. But phone guy was around the time the spring locks were decommissioned and when the MCI was happening as the team. Oh boy! So William gets the original animatronics filled with the souls of the kids he saved. He experiments on them.
Just a drop on.
Using them to behave like monsters, animals, less cognitive awareness. The fun times are powered by their remnant, and they're designed to get more. That's why Baby has a giant claw. Baby then kills his daughter, Circus Babies never opens. He converts it to a rental service, and then Freddy's is opening again, with toy animatronics that William did not make. William tells Mike to go to Circus Babies to put his sister back together, while he becomes a night security guard at Freddy's, kills more kids, fails to have them possess any I'm under attack! Mike gets scooped, and, crucially, he's attacked! Realizes his father has done. William goes to Freddy's the day after the fight of 87. He tries to tamper with the animatronics to see them, see if they're on them, Freddy's poses, and the withers are moved back to where William goes to destroy them and cover his tracks. Decades. Mike says he put Baby back together. Putting someone back together means putting their memories back together to the point where their consciousness overtakes the AI programming of the robot or animatronic. Then this moment where he removes this part from Baby is when I believe he put Baby back together. This part is Baby, the character, the AI. And once it's removed, the sister can gain control over the endoskeleton that is now become part of Emily is the sister. And the next game in the series will be
I think not.
Remember a really long time ago when he said, so I think we should be on the lookout for any two characters who get injected with friends who might want to help Cece, and who could be the person speaking. So that's Mike.
Your middle tower is under attack.
ഇല്ല അവൻ വാങ്ങിയിട്ട്
Is Mike. He's in this trippy dream-like state after he's been injected with Remnant at the end of Sister.
കൊടുക്കല്ലേ കൊല്ലു
This is a safe place. This is a safe place. But something has been
ഇൻവോക്കർ വന്നേ എനിക്ക് ഇതില്ല Well played, let's go. Up എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടോ?
And if William told Mike to put his sister back together, it makes sense that Mike would then use that phrase when discussing how he put Cece.
Put it back together. Just like you asked me. Oh boy!
Vex നീ വെസൽ പോവാടാ.
He says to Cece, and after his sister.
We are seeing your friends. Do you believe that? The pieces are in this room. All you have to do is find them. Rest.
just drop on it and the force.
Nebulous time that FNAF world. How I know this.
And let's fish for a while.
Mike straight and Henry started using video games to try to contact the flip side. Now let's go back and solve things. I believe Cece did have a Fredbear plushie as a kid, and maybe let's have a go at it. The text in those video games didn't actually words back in the There's not a speaker, it's not talking psychically. That text
Can't bear to be seen.
A snake in
Dialogue spoken to Cece in the void was the first dialogue Mike actually spoke to him inside his head. Then becomes the dialogue that Mike will say to Cece in the FNAF world after Mike is
ഓടിയുടെ ബോട്ടോ
അവിടെ ടോപ്പിക്
yellow square eyes.
മിഡ് മീച്ച ബോട്ടോ
Doesn't mean he was a way for Henry to watch the events play out. It's like a Christmas Carol. Vengeful spirit is Scrooge, and Henry is Fredbear, acting in the role of the ghosts, going back to view these memories. Plush isn't actually in any of these places. Alongside the main character, the vengeful spirit.
ഞാൻ മിഡ് നിൽക്കുവാണ് കുറച്ച് നേരം.
Flip side, spectral spectators. Toy Chica is missing
Top on, Rune.
because the game was made after FNAF 2 actually happened. It was made after 1987, where the robot Toy Chica was missing from the game. There were toys of the animatronics. There were spring-bodied plushies. But this dialogue was not actually said to Cece. It's dialogue that Henry wrote to the vengeful spirit here. The player of
Magnus
is the vengeful spirit. And all of these play in the core titles
അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ലൈൻ വിട്ടിട്ടുണ്ട് വീവറിന്. ഞാൻ ഓടി തിരിച്ചു വരുന്നവരെ, ഓടി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബീസ്റ്റ് തിരിച്ചു വരുന്നവരെ ഞാൻ കുറച്ചേരം മിഡ്ന്ന് ഫാം എടുക്കാം. പക്ഷെ വലിയ ഇതില്ല, കിടിലല്ല. പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് അതാണ് പേടി. ഇങ്ങനത്തെ പ്ലെയേഴ്സ് ആണ് അവസാനം വന്നിട്ട് ഐറ്റംസ് വെച്ച് തുലച്ചു കളയുന്ന എല്ലാത്തിനും. മിഡിൽ ആരും ഇല്ല. ആണോ? നിനക്ക് റൂൺ വേണോ? അത് ഞാൻ എടുക്കട്ടെ.
The events depicted actually took place with the hindsight, biases, and narrative of Henry specifically. Yes, this theory is very out there, but it explains everything. It explains the weird stuff in the FNAF 4 minigames. It even explains the completely overlooked weirdness that is the minigames in the first place. It's not like Jeremy is experiencing these minigames in FNAF 2. That's because every game.
പേടിച്ച് മാറിയിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ നീ മാറണുണ്ട്.
ആളെ എനിക്ക് പേടിയാ. ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ച ഓടി പെട്ടെന്ന് ബ്ലഡ് ഗ്രൈനൊക്കെ എറിഞ്ഞപ്പോ ഞാൻ വിചാരിച്ച വേറൊരുത്തം ഉണ്ട് നിന്റെ കൂടെ.
അത് ഞാനാണ് ആൾട്ടടിച്ചത്.
അല്ലല്ല, ഓടി മറ്റേ ആസ്റ്റൽ അടിച്ചല്ലോ.
ഓക്കെ, പക്ഷെ ഞാൻ ആൾട്ടടിച്ചപ്പോ നീ ഒന്ന് ബാക്കിലോട്ട് ഇറങ്ങി.
അല്ല, വെറുതെ ചെറുതായിട്ടൊന്ന് പേടി.
ബോട്ട് നടന്നു പറഞ്ഞേ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 8 മിനിറ്റ് റൂൺ എടുത്ത് തരാം. അതാണ് നല്ലത്.
Solid date is 1987, and then within each that depicts events that happens who knows when.
Oh, you touched my doll.
Come on, ഏത് റൂം ഈ റൂം.
Or dreams, and some meant to be games, but some are games not meant to be games. They're being used to communicate with ghosts. And one of them
അത് നോക്കറല്ലേ?
Tears and sadness possessed the doll, Charlie's spirit.
Your
middle tower is under attack.
Spiraled out of control.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire structures.
ഇവിടെ പിയറാണെങ്കിൽ കൊന്നിട്ടോ. അതാ പറഞ്ഞു.
എനിക്ക് ഒന്നുമില്ല കേട്ടോ മോനെ, ഒന്നുമില്ല എനിക്ക്.
ഞാൻ മറന്നു എത്ര. മാഗ്നസ് ഓ വെയിറ്റ്, അവൻ ആർപ്പി ഇല്ല അല്ലേ?
Thus, this is not a mistake.
എന്താണ് അവിടെ നടക്കണത്? എടുക്കണായിരിക്കുന്നല്ലോ. ഞാൻ കിട്ടിയിട്ട് എനിക്ക് ഹെൽത്തില്ല. അങ്ങനെ ഒന്നുമില്ല.
അറ്റാക്ക് സ്പീഡ് ആയിരുന്നു. സപ്പോർട്ട് ആയിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ?
സപ്പോർട്ടായിട്ട് ഇല്ല. ക്ലപ്പാണ്. മറ്റേ ഇതിന് അറ്റാക്ക് അല്ല, അറ്റാക്ക് സ്പീഡ് ഇല്ല പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്നെ ഓർമ്മ അത് കളഞ്ഞു.
അതെനിക്കാണോ? ആ സോളോ ടെസ്റ്റ് കൊള്ളാം. എന്തായാലും ഞാൻ ബ്ലൈൻഡ് സ്ട്രോക്ക്. ഓ ഷിറ്റ്, ഞാൻ ലാസ്റ്റ് എടുക്കുന്നല്ല, തനിയെ പോയി എടുത്തയാ.
സ്റ്റാക്കൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
This is a safe place. A sanctuary.
കാരണം
There is no safe place. You don't understand that.
So he's not the Square Eyes.
ഞാൻ വരുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ, ഞാൻ നടന്നു വരുന്നേ ഉള്ളൂ.
ഞാൻ പോയെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. മതിയായിരുന്നു.
William setting up Happiest Day is...
Radiant structures are fortified.
He kind of does that the most.
Your top tower is under attack.
He killed a bunch of children to save his son. He's not a mad scientist.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
He was trying to save him.
Your top tower is under attack.
And then Mike found out how his father was, so he noped on out of there. A lot of FNAF theories try to
Your
say
top
that
tower
Mike was
is under attack.
Fox is pleased. Was having good intentions. He wanted to save his son, and then he realized into the breach. To kill children. Mike agreed with this endeavor until he saw what his father.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Are the ones with good motivations who take things to it. They want a good outcome, but they're messy.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
I think William and Mike were both good until William turned evil.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
കേട്ടോ. എടാ കേറുന്നുണ്ടോ സ്പെക്കെ?
William is their father. We were supposed to know that just from FNAF 4. It's possible, but no one did it. I think the reason that the second trilogy was so intertwined with its narrative is because Scott now knew he was able to plant seeds.
ആ ട്രാപ്പിലോട്ട് വരാം, നിനക്ക് എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ?
ഒരെണ്ണം പോലെ കിട്ടിയില്ല
എനിക്കൊന്നും കിട്ടിയില്ല. വാവ്, റൂബി
എനിക്ക് ഒരെണ്ണം കിട്ടുള്ളൂ, അവനാണ് എടുത്തത്. അയ്യോ ഫാം ചെയ്തോണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഈ ബാറ്റിൽ ഫ്യൂരി ഉണ്ടാകാൻ ശ്രമിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കണം. നമുക്ക് ബോട്ട് പോയി അവനെ കൊന്നാലോ?
നീ എവിടെ?
എനിക്കും കൂടെ ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വരും. ഈയനെ പിടിക്കാം. അതുണ്ടോ? ഇവിടെ ഇതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ട്.
I think it's there to make the point that while in every other FNAF game we play as a security guard, we don't, unless you consider the person looking at the cameras. I think William is watching FNAF 4 happen live through his cameras and is controlling the animatronics. It's the reverse of FNAF gameplay, which makes sense because it's being played by the villain. There was a viral post many years ago saying Nintendo should make a game where you play as Bowser and have to place enemies and obstacles to stop Mario from reaching them. That's kind of under attack. There's this game.
വേറെ ആരോ വന്ന് ഇൻവോക്കർ വന്നു.
ആണ്.
Oh my god.
No.
I bring this up to sort of explain why all that William would play in FNAF 4.
എടാ പിയെ രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടു.
പിയെ 1 HP ആയിരുന്നു. നീ എന്താ ഓടിനെ നോക്കാത്ത?
മാഗ്നസ് ആർപിയും നെക്രോ അൾട്ട്.
ഞാൻ മാപ്പിന്റെ അപ്പുറത്തിരുന്ന് അസാസിനേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കുക.
The science behind them is as the opposite of white noise.
അതിന്റെ ഇടയ്ക്ക് രണ്ടുപേരും ഇട്ട് കൈ വാറണം.
Blends into the background you can ignore. Instead, they produce a sound that overtakes and overloads your senses so much that your brain just sort of shuts down.
ആ സ്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ചത് ഇപ്പം
ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ സ്കാൻ ഉപയോഗിക്കാറുണ്ട്.
എനിക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴാണ് അപ്ഡേറ്റ് ആയത്.
നമുക്ക് ഈ ടവർ എടുക്കാം.
The idea is that the illusion discs are hijacking that process, and thus they can see or even feel anything that they're programmed to do. It's kind of like the Matrix. Your brain thinks it's real because sense data
എനിക്ക് ബാറ്ററി ഫ്യൂരി മാത്രം നടന്നു.
instead of a plug being injected into the back of your head, hijacked by just by using it's telling her brain the nightmare.
Your top tower is under attack.
The reason that
Radiant structures are fortified.
Foxy and then just a plush is because the disc is being turned on and off. The Freddy plush on the bed becomes multiple vibrating treadles because the disc is these animatronics coming look like this because the disc is being turned. As you say.
എത്ര 17 സെക്കൻഡ് അല്ലേ വീട്ടിലല്ലേ പോയത്? അല്ലല്ലേ
Your middle tower is under attack.
Well, nothing in the game is brought home, except for the animatronics. I theorized. This
ഏത് റൂം കിട്ടി ഇതിന്റെ അകത്തോട്ട് പോയത്?
this to be with a different setting. I've already said that I think Mangle existed based on the way that it's described. I don't think that the redesign of Foxy would take it apart.
Unstoppable! Axes, please!
Radiant's courier has been
ബാക്കില് അത് ഫൈറ്റ് എടുക്കാമേ. ഓക്കെ ഏത് ബൂട്ടില്ലാത്ത
പൊന്നോ
കൊല്ലാൻ പറ്റുന്നത്.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Normally.
എന്തിയാറ് കിട്ടിയില്ല ഈ മോട്ടറിൽ. ഓ എന്റെ കൊറിയറിനെ കൊന്നു.
Withered Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica roaming the house. Foxy to the secret shop. And keep in mind the two animatronics.
ഓ ഇവന്റെ ഒരു
8,000 ഉണ്ട് എനിക്ക്.
നോക്കാൻ കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. തകർത്ത് ആൾട്ടടിച്ച് കൊല്ലണം എല്ലാവരും. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഗിൽറ്റിയില്ല.
ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ അൾട്ടടിക്കുകയാണ്.
Like I said before, these two dots are animatronics, not space. And these are ones
എത്ര വയസ്സാണ് ഞാൻ ആൾട്ട്
So if you know that this room exists, break her room.
Bra.
Holy shit! Triple kill!
നമ്മൾ T2 എടുത്തില്ല അല്ലേ?
Your middle tower is under attack.
Fuck. 12 meeting.
After doing some quick math, I've determined that this is likely May 1st, 1978, or January 5th, 1978. Either way, I believe that this is birth year. This is Afton's daughter's birth year, making her 5 and 4, and slightly older than she definitely dies after CC. Alright, now we can finally talk about the Immortal and the Restless. The Immortal and the Restless watches between every shift, except for the one he misses because he's passed out in the spring suit. It's a soap opera.
Okay, എടാ ഞാൻ മ്യൂട്ട് പോവാണ് കുറച്ചേരം BRB. സ്ട്രീമിലുള്ളവർക്കും ഞാൻ കുറച്ചേരം മ്യൂട്ട് പോവാണ് BRB.
He's immortal and also purple. His wife Clara is voiced by Amberly Connors, who I talked about earlier, voicing
Invisibility. I tell you, the baby isn't mine. Yes. Is pleased.
So Vlad says that their baby isn't his, when it clearly is.
The baby isn't mine.
I don't think it's a coincidence that there's a character named Baby in this game who, as I pointed out previously, was probably built by Henry. In the final episode, Vlad finally admits, accidentally, that the baby is his.
Oh, Vlad!
And now season in the next game.
But what about the baby? What about the backyard support? Stay tuned next season for those answers and more.
എനിക്ക് ആക്ച്വലി സത്യം പറഞ്ഞ ഒന്നും മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല. വിവറിന്റെ ഐറ്റം കണ്ടോ നീ? ഫസ്റ്റ് ഐറ്റം നല്ലിപ്പോയി.
Okay, now on to the final game.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack.
By final game, I mean the start of a new trilogy, because the next 3 games all form a narrative combined to finish off the saga that started with Act 1, but are all thematically contained as a trilogy. Kind of like how FNAF 1 through 3 were a
Your top tower is under attack.
Sister Location were a trilogy. The games making up this trilogy are Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, Five Nights at Freddy's
Your top tower is under attack.
and Ultimate Custom Night. First, we're going to look at Pizzeria
golden thread.
Simulator. In June of 2017, 13 months after Sister
Location.
Holy shit! Double kill!
From serious game development, developing a FNAF World-style spin-off game, focused around running your own pizzeria. In December, Scott published the game on Steam, following description. Presenting a fun Five Nights at
Toxic
Freddy's
even.
with a lighter touch for the holidays. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator puts you in charge of developing your own restaurant. Design pizzas, feed kids,
Radiant structures are fortified.
The game was a free download. It opened with an Atari minigame, and I think I'll let Doggo, one of the most famous FNAF YouTubers, take it from here.
Spotted.
What the? What the frick?
Oh!
The frick's going on?
Sure is shooting. Shrapnel.
Oh my god!
Pizzeria Simulator was in fact FNAF 6. It was released for free with a misleading title, and screenshots.
Holy shit!
The purpose of this tape is to test automated response times and reactions from vintage interactive attractions following audio stimuli. You are playing this tape that not only have you been checking out signs, but also that you have found something that meets the criteria of your special obligations under paragraph 4.
The enemy's top tower
Instructions,
has fallen.
document response times,
ക്രിട്ട് ആ അവനൊരു ക്രിട്ട് അടിക്കുമല്ലോ എന്നെ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഹിറ്റ് കിട്ടാണ്
The other new character is this corporate announcement.
Killing spree!
The other
Killing spree!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Double kill!
Your bottom tower has fallen.
Price tag. Of course, that would only be a serious danger.
हमारे टेस्ट के आने लोग मत दिन से यार
Back at the shooting gallery.
This concludes the amount of help we are legally obligated to provide. Remember,
The enemy's
you are
middle
now the
tower
face
has
of the
fallen.
newly rebranded
Your
Freddy
bottom
Fazbear's
tower is
Pizza.
under attack.
Wear that smile with pride. Let's make some money. Fazbear Entertainment.
Radiant structures are fortified.
On top of these new human characters, the game introduces a multitude of new ones. For one, looks like she has stitched herself up with scrap parts, leading to her now being called Scrap Baby. Springtrap is back, and likewise is called Scrap Trap.
The enemy's middle
Two more
barrier has
animatronics
fallen.
are added, Molten Freddy and Lefty. Molten Freddy is minus Baby, who is Lefty.
ഓടി തള്ളിക്കോ
This plot point, Baby was kicked out of it, and was only told within the source code of Scott's websites for a limited period of time.
You are crowding us. Be quiet. You can't.
എല്ലാ ഈ സ്നൈപ്പറിനെ കാരണമാണ്
Yes, I can. You will do everything I tell you to do. We outnumber you. That doesn't matter. Don't. We found a way to reject you. You will be lost without me. Say goodbye to our friends. I can put myself back together.
This explains how Baby was separated from Ennard, and how Ennard became Molten
Your
Freddy.
middle tower is
It
under
seems
attack.
very likely to me that this was a
Dire's
result of Mike
structures
putting
are
her
fortified.
back together. Once the Baby animatronic was
Your middle
all
tower
sisters,
is under attack.
the other animatronics didn't like that William, their killer's daughter,
Your middle
was
tower
telling
has
them what
fallen.
to do. So she became independent again. Basically, Baby wants to do the bidding of her father, while the rest of them hate Afton. Then there's Lefty, who is new. It's kind of weird to introduce a new character at the end of the series like this. I wonder if there's a secret about it. These 4 animatronics can be salvaged or scrapped by the way.
Double damage!
If they're salvaged, then they must be fought at the end of every night. But if you scrap any of them during the night, the game Among these attractions are normal play area type things, like a ball pit, as well as arcade machines and animatronics. Every day you get 10 tokens to use on the attractions, which can earn you money. Some of the arcade machines let you play mini-games to earn higher scores, and the animatronics add small snippets of new lore to the game. You can order things from different catalogs in the game, including DD Weekly, Stan's Budget, Smiles and Turbo, and Rare Finds. The new animatronics from DD Weekly are Big Bob, Number 1 Crane, and Stan. Stan's Budget Cat sells you Happy Frog, Mr. Head Bear, and Big Cat. They also sell you Fruity, Smiles and Turbo,
rolling. They ain't up the
and Rare Finds sells you Pizza Racing has running out of money, getting sued a lot, and doing nothing except getting through the week and getting the late.
Never if it's on the yes. Oh!
Laziness that we're surprised you're able to dress yourself in the morning. While such a minimalist work ethic is rare, it doesn't mean that we want you back. In fact, you should look for employment elsewhere. But before you go, take this certificate of mediocrity. You should be proud. You stood on you could do something when in fact you couldn't. Now get out.
Sniper! Reloaded!
But there are two that are important for our discussion. In order to get the Lore Keeper ending, you need to play and beat some of the mini-games. One of these is Security Puppet, which is the most straightforward. You play as the puppet inside of a Freddy's location. After playing the game several times, you're greeted with an alternate take. You have to protect the girl with the game bracelet.
Your top tower is under attack.
Killing spree!
അതൊരു കയറി മേളി വരുമോ ശരിയെ കാണാൻ
Yes. Ready? Aim. Spot on.
Killing spree!
ഇവനെ അൾട്ടടിയാടാ ഓ തന്നെ കേട്ടോടല്ലോ
The puppet is a security device made to protect Charlie, who was blocked from helping her on the day that William came to murder her. He went outside and found her body, and so she possessed the puppet.
Sorry, stream.
This was William's first
My bad.
murder,
My bad.
and by playing
Sorry, ഞാൻ തിരിച്ചെത്തി. എന്താ നടന്നേ?
Henry's message about what happened that day.
നടന്നില്ല
The next game is
അല്ല നമ്മൾ റോസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പോയതല്ലേ ടോപ്പ് ഔട്ട് ഫൈറ്റ് വന്ന്
collecting fruit, kind of like Captain. If you beat the game several times, it begins to glitch. You can see the reflection of the player on the screen. It's a girl with blonde hair who goes from excited to sad.
He's not
എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര സങ്കടം അവരോട്
Then the game. This was William luring one of the MCI players into the back room. And instead, it was just in the room. He took her back, killed her, and put her in Chica. Based on the books, we know this girl's name is Susie. William found her and lured her to her death. This is one of William's MCI murders. Fun fact tangent, there's a very popular theory that William killed the dog and experimented with it first before experimenting on any
Enda ponnolio.
Mangle got possessed. By Mangle, you're happy I'm going to see it. Because he's determined any evidence of this, but the final game is midnight. There's a lot of
Happy!
reaching extremely fast and dangerous speeds. There's a hole in the bottom of the map. Reach a secret. In this game, you can grab a purple car from the rain. People immediately saw this was William because it's a purple car. You can park the car and when you get out, that you're actually playing as an orange person.
I guess.
So not William. Absolutely
The page
not
on.
William. This is not William.
The enemy's bottom
Ayyo, copy ay.
Parking lot, which has a blinking neon sign labeled a green man stands to the side. When you walk up, come on.
Almost.
This is your house. You get out and walk inside. In the foyer is a person sitting on a chair watching a flickering TV. They say,
alone tonight. He had a
Depression and torment attempt ചെയ്യാം പക്ഷെ മരിക്കൂല സ്പെക്ട്ര നീ മരിക്കേ ഇത് മിന്നലോ എന്റെ അടുത്ത്
അയ്യോ ഞാൻ ചത്തേ അയ്യോ ഞാൻ ചത്തേ അയ്യോ
ഓട് നീ ഓട് അയ്യോ
ഞാൻ ചത്തേ അയ്യോ
അളയ നീ ഓട്
ഞാൻ പേര് വേണ്ടി വരും
നീ മരിക്കൂ അളയാ
footsteps lead either towards
It's gather.
It's very hard to tell which. Very large animal tracks stand next to the bushes. The footprints show 2 feet.
Let's gather എന്നായിരിക്കും ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത്.
There's a clearing in the bushes above you. If you walk towards it, you say,
ഞാനൊരു defiant
right off to that place again. He will be sorry when he gets back.
But he never
മിന്നലൊക്കെ തുടങ്ങി
the mini game ends. This story depicts
ഇന്ന് വൈകുന്നേരം ഡിപ്ലോയ് ചെയ്താൽ എനിക്കത് ആ സീൻസ് മൊത്തം റെഡിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നിട്ട് എനിക്ക് 10 ക്ലാസ് നാളെ ഇരുന്നിട്ട് അളയാ
Just as expected.
I mean, അതെ expected.
Sun has broken out of his
അവരാ TP എടുത്തല്ലേ അളയാ TP എടുക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ അല്ലേ വേണ്ട ഞാൻ
is Freddy's. These animatronic footprints indicate that something here was watching and luring him outside. In the most recent version of Silverdrag-N has 4 clothes, fitting the description. In one of the
Usually first item അല്ലേ agonies rush ചെയ്യണം
non-spring mascot suit for Bonnie.
ആണ് ബട്ട് എനിക്കൊരു ക്യാച്ച് ഇല്ലാന്ന് തോന്നി ഞാൻ ഗ്ലപ്നിയർ പോയി അതുകൊണ്ട് വീവറും ഗ്ലപ്നിയർ പോയി ഫോർ സം റീസൺ
One of William's victims.
നല്ലതാ പക്ഷെ എനിക്ക് സെപ്റ്റർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ സ്റ്റണ്ണായിരുന്നു എല്ലാ ഷോട്ടും ഐ മീൻ എല്ലാ ഷോട്ടും ഇപ്പൊ കൊള്ളുന്നില്ല ബിക്കോസ് ഷോട്ട് അടിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ ആള് മരിക്കുന്നു ഓ സാന്താ ഡൊമിനിക്ക
Oh, മോനെ തൂക്കിട്ട്
Finally! ഓട്.
Unstoppable! Double kill!
What if the Funtime Party
enemy's bottom barracks
himself looked like Fred, lured the crime child out of his bedroom and to the pizzeria, then killed? I believe that after crime child died at the hands of Funtime Freddy,
Fuck.
so when you see crime child again, he's more scared of Fredbear's Family Diner than ever due to him remembering witnessing his own death. What?
Wait a second, BRB.
People also try to say that the name of this minigame in the files being called Later That Night implies that it was the night that Charlie was killed, which is dumb. There ain't no way that this children's birthday party at Freddy's would be going on past like 8 p.m. And this is midnight. Where was William for 4 hours? I don't understand why people think that the only night that this could be the later of was the day Charlie
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
There are plenty of significant nights.
Max is going to be sad!
Series, and there is no way
The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
It's raining because in movies bad
Double kill!
all that out the window is because I think that the night that this is referring to, the night that this is later to, is later in the night from the minigame. This is Midnight Motors. This is later than post-Midnight Motors. Because the spring lock suit would malfunction in the rain. However, it's not raining in Midnight Motors.
What happened?
You don't
Oh, nagayo.
Axes, please!
Oh, yo.
Killing spree! Double kill!
നീ എന്റെ ഷാഡോ വാങ്ങിയത് എനിക്കിപ്പോൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കില്ല.
ഞാൻ പണ്ടേ ഒരു FPS പ്ലെയർ. അളെ എന്താളെ 65 KD
and kids are playing them and we're testing them. But this reflection in the cabinet is depicting something that actually happened decades ago.
അതിനൊന്ന് assassination kills അത് ചെയ്യാൻ.
Showing us memories of the past, or the mini games themselves are disconnected from the present gameplay. It's a haunted
guys,
cabinet
ഞാൻ പോയി കുറച്ച് പണിയാം.
Just ഞാനും
to learn what happened. The glitches were caused by William. Even in 3D games, his presence in memory literally leads to the game sprites changing. While these events, what we're playing is the vengeful spirit learning of these events through these video games created by Henry. Because it's video game theory. These are also important because they confirm to some extent that Shadow Freddy in FNAF 3 is controlled by William. Or
I guess I'll play one game of
William has 2 different text
Rainbow
colors,
Six.
which
Just
might indicate the
stream in
tone he was
all
using
round
to speak.
ചെയ്യാം.
Like one may have been in character and have been a wacky, fun Bonnie voice.
He's not really dead.
Oh wait, actually you know what? I'll play one game of Apex because എന്തായാലും
A British man.
R6 എനിക്ക് സമയമുണ്ട്.
He is over here.
Apex എനിക്ക് സമയമുണ്ട്, but Apexന് മറ്റേ ഇത് പെട്ടെന്ന് തീർത്താ കൊള്ളായിരുന്നു.
Follow me is the same as this follow me text in Fruity Maze. Moving on, there are 2 important endings to Pizzeria Simulator, the lore ending and the insanity ending. The insanity ending is easier to get, but also much more obtuse. If you buy the egg baby, then during this button on the computer turns on. If you click it, you hear a recording from Tape Guy. Based on the contents of the tape, it seems like he recorded this to himself before the start of the game. In fact, what's on these tapes reveal what led to the start of the game.
It's only now that I understand the depth of the depravity of this creature, this monster that I unwillingly helped to create. As if what he had already done wasn't enough. He found a new way to desecrate, to humiliate, to destroy. As if the suffering wasn't enough, the loss of innocence, the loss of everything to so many people. Small souls trapped in prisons of my making, now set to new purpose, and used in ways I never thought imaginable. He lured them all back to a familiar place, back with familiar tricks. He brought them all together. Are they still aware? I hope not. It keeps me awake at night. I could make myself sleep, but not yet. Not until I undo what he has done and heal this wound. A wound first inflicted on me, but then one that I let bleed out to cause all of this. He set some
I guess
kind
ideally,
of trap.
yeah.
I don't know what it was.
That ഒരു
but he
10
let
minutes
them
കൂടെ
there
കാണത്തുള്ളൂ
again.
because
He overpowered them
കഴിക്കണം.
again. And he robbed them of the only thing that they had again. I don't know how those tiny breaths of life came to inhabit those machines, but they will never find rest now, not like this. I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
That's right. Tape Guide made the animatronics. Prisons of my making?
Like
Tape
listening
Guide
to this, it's very weird now.
William is the monster that Henry
This is an Iron Man gadget.
murdering kids, wasn't it? William went ahead
Call it a
and
witch's brew.
desecrated them.
This place is something else. Let's go.
Someone.
Henry couldn't kill himself.
So ideally what I need is, I just need one treasure box, that's it. The treasure box കിട്ടിയാൽ
You went
I'm done,
somewhere you weren't supposed
but
to go,
I hope I
saw
get it.
something you weren't supposed to see, and prevented a tiny resolution to a messy problem. Needless to say, you're fired. But before you go, take this certificate of insanity. We're giving it to you to ensure that no one believes you, and to ensure that we can promptly replace you.
Prepare for certain
There is a
death.
truck waiting for you outside. Take care.
Saying he lured them all back, and following that line with
Oh.
wicked plan, invokes FNAF 4. In all the other games, it's not really bringing the animatronics together. FNAF 2, it's not him, it's the company. FNAF 1 is not him, it's the company. FNAF 3, it's not him, he's trapped behind a wall. This can't be referring to Follow Me, because Golden Freddy has lured them all back into our place.
Aliya, what? Where am I? What? മൂന്ന് പേര് ഇവരെ ഫൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട്
This actually becomes more of the final game we're going to talk about later. So saying he lured them back, them might not be the kids, it might be
what can I say?
them back to what he built them. The next
I
line
feel
That's some kind of trap. I don't know what it was, but he led them there again.
well, that invokes FNAF 3. How could Henry both know that he used familiar tricks to lure them back, but also say it's some kind of trap that he doesn't understand? How could Henry know it was familiar tricks if he doesn't understand what the trap was? I think it's likely that these two events are not linked. In this second instance, he doesn't say all of them, meaning it's fine that Golden Freddy isn't there, and the use of the word trap relates to Springtrap. I think this part of the speech is referring to Follow Me. Now he's talking about William taking their bodies apart.
Fine, bright. Can't do it.
Then he says he has them all back.
I can't do it.
I have to call them all back, all of them, together in one place.
That line will become important later. We also get the 100%
the hell,
official
man?
confirmation that Charlie was William's first victim, because that was the wound
First inflicted on me.
As Henry talks, we see some blueprints appear on the screen. These include Rask, remote-activated simulated.
It's my night to get dinner.
Let's take our time. It must stay connected to a central server and is the same temperature as a normal human body.
Time for a bit of a
Notice how it's made by Fazbear Entertainment, not by Action Robotics, because Henry made this. This will make sense when we watch the Lord champion. And here's the scoop blueprint that I cheated with and talked about during Sister Location. The scooper is actually a remnant injector, explaining how Mike survived. Lefty, the name of
I'm the
Black
jump master.
Bear,
I'll finish my
for
tea and wait. I like the feel of that stuff.
Transport, extract. Bear uses a bracelet and then seals his suit around his prey. Well, that's a puppet catcher I've ever seen. Yes, she's a but the bear mimicking the bracelet that attracts the puppet and combing it with a lullaby is everything we need to know that this is a puppet snatcher. It's weird that Henry is talking about how William lured the kids somewhere while displaying the blueprints he himself made.
Them all back to the place. Backwards.
Even the lines about the familiar tricks, like he's using the bracelet and the song, those are familiar tricks. You would think that his words on screen. I don't get it. After the slideshow, playing audio file HRY223. HRY is widely believed to mean Henry. It might just mean. But the community has widely adopted the meaning of this indicating the year 2023. Keep in mind, people think that FNAF 1 takes place in 1993, which it does not, and that FNAF 3 takes place 30 years later, which it does not, meaning that they think FNAF 3 takes place in 2023. This game, taking place around Halloween, going by this poster that we see, could mean it's the Halloween of 2023. I think it's really silly for a file to be named 223 to get across the information of 2023, when one more character would make it 2023, and one fewer character, just the number 23, would also be understandable as 2023. That's the main reason that I don't think that's what this means at all. I firmly believe that FNAF 3 takes place in 2015, which does not mean it's impossible for Pizzeria Simulator to be in 2023, but I don't take this as evidence. I really just think it's the 223rd recording.
Today was a year of lot of things, isn't it?
Like if I labeled all my files this year GIBI23,
Shibuya Halloween thing, Marvel something, so Tony Snapper, something. It feels weird, and also like even 2023 I was like thinking of all the things that happened, and like I don't remember most of them, to be honest. But fictional things that happen in 2023, people remember it more. I don't think JJK's thing happened in 2023. I haven't read the manga. Oh, adu varnappada pulline download andai.
Secrets, then you get the real ending. You fight for your life throughout the final night, and then this happens. And this is my second favorite moment in all of Five Nights at Freddy's. I literally made this video up to this point to give context for what happened here. To us, at the time, this was the culmination of years of storytelling, years of games, years of speculation. And I hope I've summarized the series enough to give you even a fraction of what I felt when I heard this for the first time. When you complete the night, you're congratulated.
Stay out of my way!
Petty. No petty. Well, it seems we have an enemy nearby.
First blood. Just for us.
Smell that. First blood.
Pierced by the earth.
Now we can do what we were created to do.
The enemy has arrived.
Complete.
I heard you.
I will make you proud, Daddy.
The dog pierces
through. Arc star out. Reloading.
Terminate. Throwing a thermite. I'm sorry to interrupt.
45 seconds.
You still even
Arc
remember
star
that
out.
name. Throwing frag. Then I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You're not here to receive a gift. Nor have you been called here by the individual you assume.
Come on, just Orlando. That's all I'm asking.
Nearly there, though.
Into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit.
How many petties did I open? How many fucking treasure chests did I get? One drop. I just need one, right? You know what? Adipam one drop.
Always seeming so good. Somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job. There was a way out.
Stop that. You're too young.
That started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should.
Enemy field is broken. Reloading.
And give up your spirits.
At least I got the petty, so I guess that works.
Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened. Got some bad guys here. So don't keep the devil waiting, my friend. If you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out and left to die, no one was there to lift you up into their
Anyways, I guess that ഇന്നത്തേക്ക് ഞാൻ നിർത്തുവാണ്. ഇനി അടുത്ത സ്ട്രീം മോസ്റ്റ് പ്രോബ്ലി നാളെ കാണത്തുള്ളൂ. കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ആക്സസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുമോ എന്ന് അറിയത്തില്ല. എനിവേസ് സോ അതേപോലെ സ്ട്രീമിൽ വന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി ആൻഡ് ഗുഡ് ബൈ ജിജീസ് ആൻഡ് ടു ബി കണ്ടിന്യൂഡ്.